every fight. Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go.
All right, we are ready for Game 2 as the Detroit Lions take on the Minnesota Vikings. In an NFC matchup, of course, the Vikings already eliminated the Lions, fighting for their playoff lives. If they lose today, it is over. And of course, even if they do win today and the Packers were to beat the Ravens on Saturday, it is over. Not looking good for the Lions. Welcome on in, everybody. Glad to have you here. Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas to you guys. Appreciate you guys letting me call this game for you, as again, we should have a decent one. I can't really lie to you. This could be one-sided. It really just depends on if the Vikings can lift up their quarterback, as there's no McCarthy today, no Wentz, no nothing. We got Brosmer. Maybe he is something. Maybe he shows us that he is something today for the Vikings. Lions favored by 7.5, total 45. So, not really a wild spread or anything like that. But yes, kind of looking at the situation here for the Lions. Pardon me here. Lions, of course, they are eliminated from playoff contention with a loss or a Packers win. And that's pretty much the case. If the Lions do win, Packers will lose. Same thing with the Week 18. So that could be very, very interesting going forward. Rest of the playoff picture, not really a concern at the moment. Maybe another time we'll go over that. Maybe the next stream or something like that. Rockies, yeah, no, I totally agree with you, man. I think it's really stupid. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Again, we had a great stream last time. Deacon, Yoda, good to see you. Rev Green, Don, Kelly, appreciate you guys. Nicholas, Carl, Chance, Ron, again, thank you guys all. Robert, Mad, Steve, Joseph, how's it going? Again, Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Hopefully we have a good game, as it looks like we are not going to be kicking off yet, as they are running a little bit behind, so they'll be doing the national anthem here. Vikings going to be in all white. They are doing a whiteout here in Minnesota. The Lions with all black. So there you go. That's the uniform matchup today. And again, I thought we'd be starting the game now, so my bad. Riddle with injuries or bogus flags. Hopefully no injuries. I can see flags everywhere. Merry Christmas again. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Whiteout, yep. Yeah, it is I guess they're doing the whiteout there in Minnesota. As again, the Lions finding themselves 8-7. It's just a shock. It's really a shock. I mean, I don't think many of us had the Lions doing that. I did, looking back at the predictions here, and I made these, of course, before, in the summer. I had the Lions going 11-6, and I got a lot of hate for that, saying, "Oh man, this guy, the Lions easily 13 wins minimum." Well, unfortunately, again, not looking ideal. Minnesota had them going 7-10, so they're 7-8 now. So pretty in the ballpark, I would say. But here in San Antonio, Merry Christmas, Caesar. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. And again, we're just waiting for kickoff at this point, making sure I have the scroll right here because, again, they're doing the national anthem. The scroll looks to be good. Lions, Vikings, yeah. Didn't leave up the other scroll. Lions winning. Brosmer needs player development badly. Yeah, he has definitely struggled in his brief NFL moments. But you know what? That's why we play the games, and I'm sure you would agree with me as well, that you never know. Maybe this guy has a great game. Maybe he is the one that puts the nail in the coffin for the Lions' playoff hopes. You never know. Again, the Lions, of course, favored by 7.5. I'm thinking the Lions are going to win. But, again, maybe we got a good game. Maybe we got it. Very good play-by-play. Appreciate you, Trim. Yeah, thank you for listening in, man. Thank you. I try. That's where I'm going to try to set myself apart from the other guys, is that, I try to keep it as, with the radio style, the voice, I try to keep that up and just trying to stick to the game. Of course, again, the chat is a very big part of the channel, so don't hesitate to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And, of course, participate in the poll. 73% of you guys with the Lions, 27% with the Vikings. Eliminating the Lions today would be interesting. Just watched the Cowboys game. Candidate for the worst game of the year. I disagree, Rocky. I think that wasn't a bad game at all. I don't think that was a bad game at all. Skins won the battle of the draft. They did. As a Bears fan, rooting for the Vikings. I bet you would be. Kansas City, Baltimore, Detroit. Did not see that coming. Yeah, neither. I don't think any of us really did. Avery pulling for the Vikings. How's it going, Avery? Good to see you, man. Where was Brosmer playing? That's a good question. I'm kind of curious. I think it's Max Brosmer, right? Or Matt Brosmer? I think it's Max. Max Brosmer. He went to Minnesota. He went to New Hampshire and then Minnesota. Brosmer, by the way, in his brief, I guess I can go and show you the screen here. We still got time. They're not even close to kickoff, apparently. 31 for 47, 66% completion, 220 yards. I mean, again, high completion percentage, but his yards per attempt is only 4.7, so a lot of dink and dunk. Yards per completion, 7.1, with the quarterback rating of 41.1. So, again, he is definitely needs a lot of work going forward. Again, if you're a backup guy, if you can learn the system, then it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, Prosper's definitely very much, iffy. Glad the Chiefs are out this year. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Taylor either. Yeah, it's just seeing her all the time. It was just, it was just too much. Too much. What's up, Dr. Lane? How's it going, Orioles fan? Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Howdy from Port Royal, Pennsylvania, home of the Palace. Good to have you, William. Go Vikings. Just threw up in your mouth. Oh, man. Indoor field during winter. Put it on the line. Will be the Lions' approach, and it'll get someone hurt. That's fair. Got money on Taylor Swift performing at halftime. Brock, this guy. All right, looks like they're doing the horn thing, the skull chant. Was the skull? Yeah, if there's any Vikings fans here, I'm sure there are. When was the skull chant a thing? I only really remember it in recent memory. Maybe 2017 during that playoff run there. That is the earliest I remember. I don't remember it at all before that. I don't know. I just feel like it's interesting. Let's just say that. Bold prediction is J.J. McCarthy. That would be very bold, Carl, considering J.J. is not playing today. That would be very interesting. If that happened, Carl, you know what you're talking about. Jerry Jones being picked off the floor for this guy. Receivers need to stop dropping the ball. Yeah, that would help. That would help, Dwight. Bam, and this guy. Time to that. Good to have you back. Again, I'll be covering Indiana, Alabama as well. But that, of course, not happening today. As we are about ready for kickoff, folks. Lions kicking off to Minnesota as we're underway in Minnesota. Fielded at the 1. He's at the 5, the 10, 15, 20. Slipping down and stumbles his way to the 25-yard line. And that is where Brosmer will take the field to lead the Vikings. And again, we went over his stats just a while ago. 66% completion, 220 yards. No touchdowns, 4 picks. And again, yards per attempt, only 4.4, I believe, 4.7. And yards per completion, only 7 yards completion. Not ideal. And it looks like, yes, the returner is injured. I was wondering, he just slipped kind of randomly. And you got to hope he's okay. Maybe it's an ACL. Again, on the turf. Sliding his way to the 25. Hopefully he's okay. And hopefully this loads up on the screen for you. If it doesn't load up, well, ESPN hates you. I don't control what the screen shows you. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Merry Christmas, Daniel. Good to have you. Good to have you once again. Jefferson's going to have over 3 touchdowns today. Would be amazing. Jerry Jones telling the fan base they're a few pieces away from winning the Super Bowl. He did say that. Carl hits the plus 750,000. It would be crazy. He's out, but he comes in anyway. That would be amazing. So again, they are cutting away. Hopefully he's okay. That was Miles Price, by the way, on the return. I wasn't too sure who the player was. I guess I should update this. Dallas now 2-2 when I call games for them. Washington now 0-4. That's probably what they're going to finish at. So I don't think I'm calling another Dallas or Washington game this year. You got 50K on Bama. Wow. Okay. Good luck. Yeah. Indiana's going to get this guy. No injuries. Well, we already have an injury already. First play of the game, kickoff return again, untouched. That's usually not a good sign. Not a good sign. So, again, we're in commercial break, as hopefully Price is going to be okay, but not looking good. Jerry Jones has been saying the same thing for over 25 years. What happened to JJ? I have no idea. It's Brosmer. With the... It was going to get the start. Couldn't tell you. You'd have to look it up. What happened to JJ. I just remember seeing something about Brosmer starting. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, did not know until yesterday. So, yeah, again, we're in commercial break. Sorry about that. We, again, had an injury there. Miles Price slipping on the kickoff. Hopefully, again, it's not severe, but, kind of already thinking ACL. And that's just it's a bummer. It's a bummer. Already an injury. JJ's washed up. I don't know if washed would be the correct term for a guy that's 23 or 24. Go Lions, Big Will. Appreciate you for tuning in. Something happened to JJ. I don't know. He's not playing today. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just know he was not playing, and it's Brosmer. That's rough, yeah. Okay, we are back here in Minneapolis. Again, 0-0 is your score. So the Vikings going to break the huddle here. 1st and 10 for Brosmer and the Vikings, as he is under center, and he's going to take the snap and play action. Rolling to his right is Brosmer. Looking to his right, he throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Just floating it away. 2nd and 10 coming up. Shout from the Philippines. Good to have you here, man. Merry Christmas. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Vikings. As Brosmer again on the first pass, just under heavy duress there. Kind of rushed us back, too. I don't know. Hopefully we get a good coverage here. Didn't really have many problems in the other one, though they were kind of talking over a lot, the interviews. It is what it is. Brosmer going to be under center here, 2nd and 10. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. As Brosmer takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and he's not going to get much. That was Aaron Jones on the carry just to gain a 1. And very quickly, the Vikings facing a 3rd and long, as it's 3rd and 9 at the 26. Jefferson's going to carry the low today. We'll see. Let's go, Lions. It's Ben. Forgot there was football today. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas, John. Appreciate you for tuning in. 3rd and 9 for the Vikings. As Brosmer going to be in the shotgun. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Again, they need to get to the 35 for a brand new set of downs. Sending another man in motion. Sends another man in motion. Brosmer drops back. They're sending the blitz. He is sacked. Didn't even have time to say anything else. As Brosmer takes the sack, that is a loss of 7. Alex Anzalone in on the sack. They sent 5. No, they sent 6. And that was just too much for the Vikings, as they will have to punt it away. Again, Merry Christmas to you as well, Carl. Appreciate it. Big Lions fan watching from Crab Eye, Thailand. Subscribed at the end of the Downs game. Great. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chance. As here is the punt. So the Vikings already a 3 and outs. That's going to be fielded at the 33. And he's at the 35 and slung out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So a punt of 48 yards, a return of 4. And here come the Lions. Again, they need, of course, as many of you guys already know, they need a win. A loss here, and their season is over. So expect them to go and pull out all the stops today. 3 not a good start. You got to love a sack like that. Yep. The game has already started. This game has. So 1st and 10 here as Goff is under center. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Goff sending a man in motion. That is Ferkser as Goff swings it out. It's caught by St. Brown at the 40, the 45, and pushed out of bounds at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and that is a Lions first down. Lions have to win this game to have a chance at the post. Yes, that is correct. They need to win out and have the Packers lose out. That is their postseason path. Not a very great chance, to be honest with you. 1st and 10 at the 48. Goff under center. Ferkser in motion. Receiver to the right. Tight ends in tight as it's a tunnel sweep here to Gibbs. Gibbs at the 50 and brought down at the 48-yard line for a gain of 4. To apologize again. The voice will be fine. Just need water, water, water. Water and water. Along with more water. So 2nd and 6 for the Vikings. Or pardon me, the Lions. They are in Vikings territory. That's what I was thinking. Goff in the shotgun. He lifts the leg. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Goff pointing out at the Vikings defense as they send the blitz. Goff looking. Oh, and he's going down. That is a sack. A loss of 7. Harrison Smith, the first Viking to get there. He's been in the NFL for quite some time now. They sent 7? Oh my gosh. They sent 7. Yeah, that is just too much. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 coming up for the Lions. As Goff is in the shotgun, trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. They need to get to the 42 for a brand new set of downs. as Goff takes a step, swings it out. It is caught. This is Gibbs cutting inside, breaking tackles at the 50, and brought down at the 45-yard line for a gain of 10 yards. So it'll be 4th and 3 coming up, and again, the Lions might be a little bit more aggressive. I know it's kind of hard to really think about, but yeah, they might be even more aggressive as they try to make that playoff push. Knock them down all around. We'll see. 4th and 3. They need to get to the 42 for a brand new set of downs. Goff in the shotgun. I'll have to clear my voice. Commercial break. Goff sending a man in motion. Lifts the leg. Oh, there's a lot of movements. And that is going to be most likely offsides, if I had to guess. I mean, that is just... Oh, man, you got to feel for Minnesota. Just jumping off. Goff trying to listen in here. Goff trying to, listen in. He's like, hey, come on, back up. Let him talk. They're going to see if it's a false start or offsides. It'll be interesting. Would be interesting. False start. Oh, wow. That'll back him up. Okay. Definitely not what I was thinking. Goff is wanting an explanation. Interesting. I didn't see anything there. Campbell is irate on the sideline. You have to... Yeah, the angle they showed didn't really show much. Wow, that is interesting. So, yeah, the Lions want the punts. So we're just awaiting the snap here. There's the snap, and here is the punt. 10, 20, 30, 40. Bouncing at the 40, at the 4, and going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. So, pardon me, I'll get it together here. The Vikings will have it at their own 20 whenever we do come back. Commercial break coming up. All right, let's see here. Thank you for doing the games. Can't watch on the TV. I don't want game of besides the Cowboys want today. So I appreciate it again, Lourdes, for tuning in. How many teams are allowed to clinch their division? Just one. One team wins the division, Michael. But, of course, playoff teams, it's 7. Was that offsides? No, it was not offsides, apparently. Entries are bogus flags. Correctamundo. Again, the Lions have to win out. Packers have to lose out. That is the Lions' path for the playoffs. Yusuma's movement on the center. Yeah, the center kind of bobbed his head, but they've been kind of letting that go a lot as of late. They've been a bit stricter on that. I guess so. Usually they let it happen. I don't know. I don't like it. And they shouldn't bob their head personally. But that's just me. Pardon me. Give me 1 sec. Let me clear my throat real quick. No, the stream is not ended. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, 0-0 is your score. Detroit and Minnesota. Minnesota, of course, had a 3-and-out. The Lions... Wait, did I say Detroit? Yeah, Minnesota had a 3-and-out. Detroit were able to get a first down, but then they had a punt. So that is pretty much where we're at. Give it back to the Vikings. That is exactly what happened, Carl. You got a terrible towel. Oh, you got a terrible towel. Nice. Terrible towel. There we go. Go Lions, says Greg. I guess it was emphasized earlier this season, not as much now. Yeah, I mean, that's just, it is what it is. Yeah, it should be. Again, I agree. It should be a penalty. I mean, I think it is. I mean, that's a false start. You're trying to bait them from jumping on sides or off sides. But yeah. Yeah, you take Campbell off, then beat him tactically. Yep, and that's fair. I wish I could root for the Lions, but Green Bay needs to win tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be kind of sad, the Lions or Packers not making playoffs. Obviously, NFC North fans, I'm happy they're not making it. And then, of course, the other team's like, well, I'm happy they're not making it. But as an NFL fan, it definitely would be pretty cool to see them both in. but that's just unfortunately not the way it's going to work this year. All right, 1st and 10 here for Brosmer and the Vikings. They're at their own 20. Receivers to each side as Brosmer hands it off up the gut. Breaking a tackle is Jones and ripped down at the 22-yard line for a gain of 2. Going to give him 3 there. Brought down, I guess, at the 23. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the Vikings. Brosmer family in attendance. Pulling for him on this Christmas Day. And Brosmer's hasn't exactly had a great start to his career. Looking for a game here. Good game. 2nd and 7, ball at the 23 as Brosmer under center, receivers to each side, sending a man in motion. Play action, looking to his left. Now over the middle, moving to his left is Brosmer. He's running, throws in and out of bounds, incomplete. And, of course, there is a flag, as always. Rooting for the Lions, but their season has to be over, yeah. Hope everyone's having a good Christmas, and thanks for the stream. Appreciate it, Santa Claus. Thank you for all the presents, Santa Claus, tuning in. Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas to the OG, I guess. Santa Claus, St. Nick. I like this whiteout thing. Yeah, I don't know. I just prefer the original uniforms. I'm a boomer in that regard. Rather have the Lions than the Packers, but the Packers are playing the Ravens. Yep. Ref starting off with more, a little interesting here. So brand new set of downs here as a defensive holding call. It gives them a brand new set of downs. 1st and 10. As Brosmer, play action looking, swings it out. It's caught at the 25-30 and pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Justin Jefferson with the catch and run, gain of 5. Making it 2nd and 5 coming up. Fitzy streaming the Broncos game. Nice. Hi, Doctor. How's it going, John? Good to see you. Thank you for playing by play. You're welcome. Again, I apologize. Voice a little bit rough out of the gate here, but we'll get it going here. 2nd and 5. Brosmer is under center. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Tight end in tight. Got a fullback in the backfield as well as he hands it off up the middle at the 35-40. Jones is tackled at the 43-yard line. That is a gain of 10, and that is a 1st down for Minnesota. Aaron Jones with his 3rd carry of the day. Netflix didn't even show the penalty. Nice job. I know. Netflix not showing the penalty. I only knew because of the screen there. One day a year, this screen name is great. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Santa Claus. Thank you again for tuning in. All right, so Brady set it down. 1st and 10 at the 43. Brosmer in the gun, sending Jefferson in motion as he drops back looking, fires to Jefferson. It's caught at the 48. He's at the 50, brought down close to the 1st down marker. Going to mark him a yard short. That's a gain of 9. 3rd string quarterbacks for Christmas. Yep. Goff is the NFL's 2nd best quarterback. I don't know about that. I would respectfully disagree there, independent Aquaman. Who's playing right now? We got Lions and the Vikings. Goff didn't make the Pro Bowl this year. I don't know. The fan voting, it's interesting. Now, again, I think he's a Pro Bowler. I wouldn't call him the 2nd best quarterback in the league. 2nd and 1 as Brosmer is under center, and there is a timeout. Minnesota. Interesting. On the 2nd and 1, they elect to call a timeout with 7:47 left to go in this one. Or 1st quarter, pardon me. Not even close. Yeah, I can't see the game. Can you point the webcam at the TV? Biscuit Bagels. What an ask that is, Biscuit Bagels. No, I cannot do that. There are rules to this YouTube thing. The Pro Bowl is something I've always been against regarding who is selected since it's about popularity and I was the best. Completely agree with that. That's my problem with the Pro Bowl. Lions better win this one before they come see us. Seattle, I don't know. The Lions, will they see Seattle? 2nd and 1, hands it off up the middle. Jones is going to fight forward, but not going to get much. Brought down at the line of scrimmage, if that. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. Vikings just beat the rest of the NFC East, yep. Goff wouldn't even be top 5 current. Yeah, He's good. I don't know about 2. According to Deep Analytics, Lions have the 5th worst O in the league. Oh, wow. 3rd and 1. Brosmer going to be in the shotgun. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Sends a man in motion. Brosmer drops back. He's looking over the middle. He steps up. Moving to his right is Brosmer. He's going to take off and run at the 45-40 and steps out at the 37-yard line. That is a brand new set of downs. Brosmer with a gain of 11. Look at that. An 11-yard run by the quarterback. Keeping the drive alive. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. That's the rules there, biscuits and bagels. Reflective glasses, I guess so. I don't know. You don't need rules. Sorry. There are rules. Got a Kirk jersey, terrible towel. Oh, nice. All right, 1st and 10 at the 37 in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right as he hands it off up the gut. This is Jones. Jones at the 35 and brought down at the 32 for a gain of 5. Aaron Jones with his 5th carry of the day. Remember Wayne? Yeah, I don't know. All right, 2nd and 5 at the 32. They need to get to the 27 for a brand new set of downs in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. As Brosmer drops back, looking, swings it out. It's caught by Jones. Jones is just destroyed in the backfield. Oh, my goodness. Tackled by Thomas. That's a loss of 4. Oh, my goodness. Bringing up 3rd and 9. Jeez, that was just brutal. 3 channels, NFL games. No, trust me, I completely agree. Again, this game should be on either Fox, probably Fox. It'd be an NFC game. Fox, NBC, CBS. It's ridiculous. 3rd and 9. They need to get to the 27 for a brand new set of downs. Brosmer in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. As Brosmer drops back. He's looking. Brosmer, heavy pressure. Oh, he takes the sack. That is a huge loss. Just decided to run backwards. Not exactly the play there. A loss of at least 14 yards. We'll see where they mark it. He was in field goal territory. Hutchinson with the spin move. Oh, my goodness. That was a disaster. I'm not seeing where they're marking it. That was a 15-yard sack. Knocking him out of field goal range. They will have to punt. Channel is on Netflix, folks. Netflix. So, hold on. No foul in the play. I don't know what the foul would have been on, but the Vikings fans not happy. I don't know. I'd like to see what... Oh! Anzalone just leveled Jefferson. So, all right, well, Wright will be punting. So we're just going to beat the Thunder? Yeah, I don't know. So 4th and 24, they will have to punt. Wright back to punt eventually. As, man, it's 30 seconds left on the play clock, so they could let this trick down. Glad they're not. There is the punt. And he's under it at the 6. Cuts inside, but not going to get much. Brought down at the 9-yard line. Gain of 3 on the return. The Lions will take over inside their own 10 with 4:35 left to go in the first quarter. Trilogy. Oh, yeah, no, I know those guys. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. No, I am definitely not him or, those guys. They do the, he does the old lady voice. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. Of course, he has a voice changer. I don't know. That's pretty funny. You doing the Texans game, Packers game? Yes, I will be doing that. Gibbs 1 more yard before second quarter. Probably gets it. Allen would be number 1. Mahomes and Burrow. Yeah, you still have to go with those guys. for sure. New quarterback for the Bears, Williams. I don't know. Williams, it's a tough one, man. Williams and Goff, obviously Williams has the talent, but I don't know. I don't know if I would say Williams better than Goff yet. But they're both they're both above average. I think most people would agree they're above average. I don't know if I would say any of them was, great. Greed. Yeah, no, trust me. Again, you guys are preaching to the choir with all this NFL stuff. I completely agree. This game should be on ABC, or I guess not ABC. Well, I guess it can be on ABC. That's fine. But Fox, NBC, CBS, it should be for sure. So Santa will be charging for my deliveries next year. Yep, you have to keep up with the inflation there, Santa. Make sure to charge double to the NFL. They're making a killing. All these networks, Netflix. Ridiculous. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is what I do. Again, I call games. We got Lions Vikings here, 0-0 at the. Hold on one sec. 0-0 at the closing in on the end of the first quarter. Still got plenty of time here. And, of course, I'll be doing the other game, Broncos and the Chiefs, later tonight, so hopefully I'll see you then. Williams better is usually amazing with 5 minutes left. Yeah, no, that's true. Definitely starts letting it fly. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that for sure. All right, but yeah, we are back again. 0-0. Lions have it inside their own 10. They're at the 9. 4:35 left to go here in the first quarter as Goff is under center. And I believe one way needs Gibbs to have 1 yard. He hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs got the first. He's crossing the 10, not the first down, but he's got the yard. Brought down at the 13-yard line. Got me mixed up there. So there you go. He's got you your yard. So a gain of 4 as he's tackled again at the 13-yard line. Netflix. Yeah, no, for sure it's cheaper. So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Lions. Again, they're at the 13. It was a really good punt. Goff under center, receiver to the right, tight ends in tight. Looks like that's Montgomery in the backfield. As Goff hands it off to Montgomery. He's up the middle at the 15. Brought down at the 19-yard line. Nice run. Gain of 6. That is a first down for the Lions. Now, before and after becoming the play caller, Campbell has seen an uptick in the offense. 60 more yards a game, about 55 more passing yards. The points, though, just about the same, to be honest with you. Not much difference. Not much of a difference there. 1st and 10 at the 19. Goff under center, receiver to the left, tight ends in tight. And now the referees are coming in. Looks like there's a timeout, I guess. Hold on. Oh, Minnesota going to challenge the spot. Interesting. So they're challenging the spot on the field. So hold the phone. I guess we'll have to be patient once more. You only see Caleb Williams play twice this year. Both times he's just been on fire. Goff's been how many years in the league before people thought he was good? I'm not disagreeing again. I'm not, I'm just thinking now. Again, I get what you're saying, but, I just look at it now. I look at the quarterbacks and teams right now. Let's see here. Even the Rams thought Goff was awful. No, trust me, I get it. Let's see here. Stafford is the most underrated quarterback in history. I don't know about that yet. I'll go to bat for Goff. Or no, Stafford. I don't know if I agree with that either. I don't think I would agree with that. Stafford, most underrated quarterback, because nowadays Stafford. Again, I don't want to make people mad here with my Stafford take, but nowadays I think people have kind of overrated him in a way, because now people view him as a great guy that was stuck on a bad Detroit team, and that was true. Great, he was. I don't know if I would use great. It's just hard for me to. I think the good quarterbacks can always make teams better, and it just, unfortunately, again, obviously I know there's a lot of talent there. I don't know. I see a lot of crazy takes with Stafford and who he's compared to and who he's rated better against. So it just would depend on where you would put him. But underrated, I think of people that are constantly hated on. Like, whenever you think of a guy, it's like, oh, yeah, that guy stinks, or that guy was overrated when he did well. So I think of that guy. I think of Ben. Because everyone, everyone says, oh, he was carried by his defense. Oh, he was terrible. Everyone says that. So if that's really the case, was he really overrated then? If everyone says he's overrated, then he's not overrated. Because who overrates him? Does that make any sense? I don't know. Stafford was good. I don't know if I would, again, I see a lot of those comparisons, and that just bothers me. I guess that bothers me. Anyway, so I don't know. It just depends on where you guys would rank him. Being in Detroit made Stafford good. They were often behind. He had to throw more. Exactly. Yeah, Rick, completely agree. Again, they were losing. And I'm not saying, obviously, that's great for him, but it makes those stats look a lot better. Same thing with Drew Brees in New Orleans. I mean, he had bad defenses, so he's going to throw it 600, 700 times a year. Ben was ahead most of the time. He didn't throw it that often until late in his career. And that's why his stats are a little bit lower. So it looks like the call was overturned. Going to say it's 3rd and 1. I'll get to that, chat. I'm sure the chat will now move a little bit because of that. So 3rd and 1. Goff going to be under center. And, he fumbles the ball. He fumbled it. It's picked up by Minnesota. Oh, my goodness. Minnesota recovers the snap. They were trying to move fast after, for some reason, Goff mishandles the snap, puts it on the ground, and Minnesota recovers. They will have it inside the red zone. I don't know what in the world. The snap looks like it's coming out. What the heck was that? Recovered by Van Ginkel. What the heck? I can't even. Praise the GOAT, sadly. Oh, my goodness. 10th fumble recovery this season. Again, I'll get to that very soon. I'm sure that's going to be very interesting to read. But Minnesota has it. 1st and 10. They are deep in Detroit territory after, of course, the fumble. They have it at the 16. Brosmer under center. Receiver to left. Tight ends in tight. As Brosmer takes the snap, hands it off to Jones. Jones at the 15, the 10. Powering forward. Brought down at the 7-yard line for a gain of 9. Big run there. As it'll be 2nd and 1 at the Detroit 7. All right, what do we got here? No line for all those years. Latest Megatron. Look at Megatron stats. No, that's fair. That is fair. All right, let's see what else we got here. Big Ben would have been the best quarterback in the league had there not been a TB12. I mean, I would agree. Although, hear what you're saying. Yeah, great minds think alike, Dr. Rick. Yeah, again, you were spot on. Spot on. 2nd and 1. They're at the 8. They need to get to the 7 for a brand new set of downs as Brosmer hands it off. This is Jones. Jones crossing the first down marker. Brought down at the 5 for a gain of 2. And that is a Minnesota Vikings first down. Goff must have heard us talking trash, apparently. Again, I don't think Goff is bad. I don't think he's elite. I think he's good. He's a good quarterback. I think the stats he gets are, a product of the environment around him. But I think he's, this far along in his career where he's a good quarterback. You can definitely do a lot worse. I mean, he's good. Can he win in the playoffs? Can he win the big game? I don't know. 1st and goal. Brosmer drops back, throws it to the end zone. Overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended for Jefferson. Jefferson, unfortunately, not 10 feet high or 10 feet tall. But it is incomplete regardless. You think Stafford's a great quarterback, but not an elite. He's in tier maybe 2 below Brady, Breeze. Yeah, I don't know. I would put him probably a tier below that. Again, I'd have to look at all the quarterbacks. That'd be something that'd be fun to do. S3P7, just to look at like the quarterbacks in NFL history. Where would you put them? Do that at halftime or second. 2nd and goal. He's going to hand it off to Jones up the middle, and he stumbles forward to the 1-yard line for a gain of 4. As Minnesota knocking on the door. Yes, Goff is 3rd best now, yeah. Got to mention, Doc, you look a lot like me 20 years ago. Oh, really? Well, I don't know how to respond to that, Rick. I guess that's cool. That is cool. Happy, Merry Christmas, Lou. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. And Merry Christmas to you as well, Eric. As it's 3rd and goal, Minnesota, they're at the Detroit 1. Brosmer under center, sending a man in motion. He takes the snap, hands it off to Jones. Jones cutting inside, plowing forward. Touchdown, Minnesota Vikings. And, of course, we have the touchdown turkey still here. He loves touchdowns, folks. He's a touchdown guy, and the Vikings taking advantage of the fumble. The fumble there, the miscommunication with the snap. I don't know what really happened again on that. The center snapping it to Goff's right. I don't know. That was just really weird. But regardless, the Vikings find the end zone first as we're pending the extra points. That's only Aaron Jones' second rushing touchdown this season. There's the extra point. It is up. It is good. 7-0 is your score. Vikings over the Lions with 1:35 left to go in the first quarter. Merry Christmas again, Magic Man. Good to see you once more. I wouldn't say Goff is worse. There's just so many current quarterbacks you would rather have. That's fair. That is fair. 735 viewers. Can we get 735 likes? Maybe 735 new subscribers would be pretty cool. I'm even more handsome now, Doc. All right, there we go. I have a lot to work for towards. I need to lose weight. I have put on the pounds. Rick was hoping you'd say he must have been the most handsome man. I guess so. Yeah, no, I don't think highly of myself at all when it comes to the looks department. So, yeah, I didn't know how else to really respond to that. No one ate the touchdown turkey. Nope. Maybe next Thanksgiving. Maybe. I'll try to guard him with my life here. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below talking about, of course, the game. We're also talking about Stafford and where he ranks all-time. All-time, Goff currently, just a bunch of stuff. So, again, thank you for just hanging out. And, again, Merry Christmas to you guys. I do appreciate you guys letting the small channel call the game. Again, the voice, it's coming around, but I need to get it a little bit better. But, yeah, it's kind of struggling a little bit, but I'll get there. I'll get there. And, of course, let me know who you have winning in the poll right now. The Lions with 73% of the vote, 27% with the Vikings. But, as you can see down below, the Vikings leading 7-0. Very interesting. Minnesota 14.5, Detroit nothing. Lions, yeah, the Lions have not been good. They've been very up and down. They've been very up and down. Tai Chi and exercise, more broccoli. I need to exercise for sure. Welcome back, Chance. Good to see you. Only Aaron Jones' second touchdown of the season. That doesn't seem like that's right. I know. It just doesn't seem like it. Merry Christmas once again, Kelly. Good to have you back for game number 2. Appreciate you, man. Need Goff to pass for 9 more yards. Probably going to happen. Pardon me. Yeah, probably happens there. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm so far out in the sticks I can't even get NBC. Well, that is far out there, but NBC wouldn't help you out again. As you probably know. You mentioned earlier, yeah, no, this game on Netflix. And I only have it because I'm with T-Mobile. So if you're a T-Mobile guy, you have Netflix, the base plan for free. So there you go. George, good to have you once again. Appreciate you, man. Merry Christmas again. And thanks for tuning in. As there is the kickoff, and that's going to be fielded at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15, 20, 25, 30, and twirled out of bounds at the 31-yard line, or I guess the 30. And that is where the Lions will take over. Again, following their fumble, we'll see what they can do here. How the heck is Minnesota up? Goff, there's a little miscommunication with the center and the quarterback, I guess. I don't know. Goff wasn't ready for the snap, I guess. I really don't know. He fumbled. Minnesota takes over at the Detroit 16. 16 yards later, they punch it in. So 1st and 10, he hands it off up the gut, and he's brought down at the 32-yard line for a gain of 2. That was David Montgomery with the carry. You got someone's password? Okay. Let's see here. Just pop it in here. Appreciate you, Steeler Hater. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. The pub, yeah, the little thing on the sideline. That was interesting. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Lions. As they find themselves down again. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Goff lifts the leg. Silent count in effect. Takes the snap. Play action. Goff moving to his right. Heavy pressure throws. Caught at the 45. Brought down at the 47-yard line. Jamison Williams with his first catch of the day. As there we go. There's Goff's yards there. That is a brand new set of downs for the Lions. Goff was under heavy pressure, throwing it over the middle to Williams, who makes the catch. And again, that is a first down. Oh, geez, yep. I think it's great that you read the chats. Gives a feeling of community. I try to get as many as I can. As Goff is under center after the brand new set of downs. Again, they're at their own 47. Sends a man in motion, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Vikings 7, Lions nothing. Just like how we all thought, I'm sure. Vikings winning. And again, they're only actually a game behind the Lions, I'm just saying. So they're actually a lot closer than we should think. Maybe the clues were right there in front of us. I don't know. Lions, again, playing for their playoff lives. No spoilers. Yep, no spoilers. We do not do spoilers here. But yeah, you got it there. Good stuff, man. This Cowboys fan just wants a good game. For sure, that's all we want. You know, that's all we want. This Steelers fan wants a good game as well. Let's see, again, the Spurs over the Thunder. We got a little ticker over here. I'm sure you guys noticed it. So if you're wondering what else is happening in the sports world, it'll probably come around. Really just North American sports. We do have like some Premier League every now and then will show up. But yeah. As a Packers fan, go Vikes. Yep. Lions will win. We'll see, Mark. We'll see. We shall see. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 4,000 subscribers. Just saying, would be pretty darn cool. So thank you again for tuning in. And again, letting the small channel call the game for you. Again, I know there's a lot of chat sports out there. So, yeah, of course, there's a lot of course, Lions fans, Vikings fans calling games. So thank you again for letting the neutral party, the neutral party small channel. That's usually not a good sign, but usually doesn't work. But, hey, sometimes it does. So thank you again for letting me call the game. And, of course, Merry Christmas. Thought the Lions would crush them. I think most of us did. And that's why, like I said, I was saying it earlier, that's why we play the game. You never know. You just never know. Let's go Lions, says George. Do you think if the Lions win tonight, the Packers will play 10 times harder than the Pats did? I don't know. I have a hard time seeing the Packers losing to Baltimore. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. Just subscribe. Appreciate it, Rick. Thank you again for tuning in. Really do appreciate that. Helps out the channel a lot. It really does. Really does. As we're moving on up. Yeah, this is year one. Year one for me. First year covering just anything. And I started really doing this in March. And hopefully this leads into something pretty darn cool with YouTube. Start of the second quarter, 7-0 again. Vikings leading over the Lions. So 1st and 10 for the Lions, now going left to right on your TV screen, YouTube screen, whatever it is. As Goff under center, receiver to the left as he hands it off. This is Gibbs. Gibbs crossing the 50-yard line, brought down at the 49-yard line for a gain of 4, just his 3rd carry of the day, as he's now at 12 yards. Oh, the Lions lose for what they did against the Steelers. This guy. Also, so Bears can run the North, I guess so. Good to see you, Vince. Appreciate you for tuning in. Depends who is playing quarterback for Ravens. I think Lamar should play. There's no way he doesn't. And then Love is confirmed playing from what I gather. Sinbin. Hope we make a little money. It would be nice, the ad revenue. It's okay. Hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to get pummeled. Oh, he fumbled the ball. He took a shot there at the end. Recovered by Minnesota in Detroit territory. Unbelievable. The Lions' season might be ending before our very eyes. Oh, my goodness. Gibbs took a big hit fighting for extra yards and just took a late shot. Boom. Ball squirts out, recovered by Murphy, who's tackled immediately by St. Brown. Jeez, I can't believe what's happening. Wow, yeah, that is a clear and obvious fumble. The Vikings will have it in Detroit territory. Goff looks up. Just can't believe what's happening to the Lions here. 1st and 10, Minnesota in Detroit territory at the 47. Brosmer under center as it's a toss. This is Jones. Jones dancing around and is going to be tackled at the 45-yard line for a gain of 2. Very professional, especially for the first year show. You seem like you've been doing this for years. I'm impressed. Thank you. Hey, like I said, I think there's a lot of potential with what I'm doing here. So that's what I'm hoping for. Hoping to do this for years. Lions self-destructing. Yep. Fumbly bumbly. Yep. Let's hope the Lions lose. I didn't want Jameer to have a bad game. That's tough. All right, we got 2nd and 8. Ball at the 45 as Brosmer going to be in the gun. Receivers to each side. Brosmer drops back, looking over the middle. Throws. Caught. I think he got it. Batted up in the air. Yeah, he did hold on to it. Caught. Not going to be much. Again, he was kind of playing hot potato there. Finally was able to secure it. Not going to be much there. Just a gain of 3. That was kind of a weird call, so I apologize. I don't know what happened to my voice there. Regardless, going to be 3rd and 5 coming up for the Vikings. Huntley is starting? Really? They put him on IR? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Oh, my gosh. The Ravens might be done. Brosmer in the gun. They need to get to the 37 as everyone moved except the center, including Lions. But it's going to be against the Vikings. False start. Huntley is starting. Yeah, I can't believe that. Good channel, like your small football field on the screen and who has the ball. Yeah, it's good for the most part. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it is wrong. Don't let it spoil you. But yeah, no, for sure. You're welcome. Yeah, no, again, it's nice to have a visual representation. I mean, I could call it like this, but you guys would probably not it just wouldn't work, right? Just wouldn't work. So I try to get you something on the screen. All right, 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. They need to get to the 37 for a brand new set of downs. Again, looking to take advantage of yet another fumble by the Lions. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. As Brosmer sends a man in motion. And, oh, man, people moved. Again, is it against the Vikings or the Lions? It's going to be against the Vikings. Jalen Naylor, the guilty party, backing him up even more. Jeez, Christmas ale? No, I don't drink. Lamar's doubtful. Both Packers quarterbacks are questionable. Huntley should be fine. Yeah, Huntley will be okay. But no, Love is playing. Love is playing for sure. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Tom. Good to have you. Yeah, no, Goku. We are moving up. We're moving up. Taking advantage of Tom Grossi not calling the game and Football Nation. Helps out a lot. Thank you guys for taking the day off as Brosmer drops back. He's looking. Heavy pressure moving to his left. He's tripped up from behind. That is a sack. Aiden Hutchinson again. That's his 2nd sack of the day. As the Vikings cannot take advantage of the turnover, they will have to punt. The refs favor the Lions. I don't know about that. Ravens have a chance if Willis starts. Willis hasn't been terrible, to be honest with you. Willis isn't bad. He is not bad as a Packer. He was bad in Tennessee, but no, he's actually okay as a Packer. The punt is going to land in the end zone. Jeez, that was a boot. And the Lions will take over once again at their own 20. as they look to get something going here. Again, 7-0 Minnesota leading over Detroit with 11:13 left to go. Let's see here. I knew this game would be the underdog. I mean, again, way too early jersey. Willis isn't bad. Dyed our ball hair green to resemble. Dyed your ball hair green. Mistletoe. Okay, well that's neat. Not sure what's happening there, but that's cool. Turf sandwich. Another. Yeah, I like that. I need to adopt that. A turf sandwich. That's another turf sandwich for Hutchinson. We're here because Tom Grossi put us in timeout. Did he really? I mean, is he streaming? I didn't know he was streaming. I thought he was off today. I know Football Nation's off today. Oh, he is streaming. Oh. Well, shoot. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, my bad. Well, hey, the king is going to stream when he wants to, I guess. But again, take advantage of Football Nation not being here. So again, shout out Football Nation. He is a legend indeed. But I'll gladly take advantage of your day off. Okay, well, that's cool. I didn't know Grossi was streaming. But that's actually not bad. Honestly, I'm actually kind of impressed to have this amount of viewers here for Grossi. For Grossi streaming. You'd make a great sports radio play-by-play. That's kind of the goal here. Appreciate it, Jenna. Love had a concussion, I heard. He hasn't cleared protocol. I really doubt he plays. Well, I mean, he was practicing, I thought. I mean, he looked like he was moving well and all that. I'm back. Welcome back, Judy. Wasn't expecting that score. Yep, no, the Lions have fumbled twice. They're trying to hand this game to the Vikings. The Vikings only able to take advantage once, though. They just punted it away. Willis and Huntley are very similar. I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Willis, kind of. I mean, yeah, they are. But I don't know. I don't know if I would. I think Willis definitely a lot more mobile with his, Huntley is mobile, but not as mobile as Willis. Willis can move. Ate two slices of bread. 2 slices of bread, yep. That was my mini snack. Have a little bit more of a break in between this game and the game tonight, so I will be eating something, hopefully, then. That is the goal. Merry Christmas, Ultimate Sports. Good to see you, man. How's it going, Soldier Fields? Yeah, how's it going, man? All right, 1st and 10 here for the Lions. They're at the 20 as Goff is under center. Play action, runs into his own running back. Then he's going to get sacked. Oh, man, another a turf sandwich there as Van Ginkel brings it back. It just was a mess. Play action running into his own back. The Lions are a mess right now. They really are. That is just so odd. The Lions don't look like their usual selves. I mean, just again in general. Even this year, I mean, they obviously have been very explosive, but today they do not look good. They don't look ready to play. I don't know if they were expecting to beat the Vikings or whatnot, but it's 2nd and 16. They're at their own 14. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. As Goff drops back, looking over the middle, fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Gibbs. Triple coverage, I may add, as it's 3rd and 16 coming up for the Lions. Oh, man. You call a Greek game? I try. Perna probably, yeah, probably. That guy's something. Beeline has said he was, if Detroit is winning, I don't know. I still think they can, but man. Kelly Stafford likes but never subscribed. Not sure what's happening there. Coach Joe Gibbs says you're the best. Joe Gibbs, hey, that's a legend there. 3rd and 16. Goff drops back. He's looking over middle. Fires. It is caught. He's at the 30, 35, 40. Tesla plowing over a guy and brought down at the 42-yard line. There's a big play for the Lions, as that is a Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 28. An electric play there for Tesla. You got a mic on big time. There we go, Ultimate. There we go. Amara said he hates playing on Christmas. That stuff. Turf sandwich, yep. Let's go, Pittsburgh Steelers. You know it. As Goff hands it off, this is Gibbs. Gibbs going to be brought down at the 43-yard line for a gain of 1. And I do apologize. I really do try to get to the chat. But, again, I'm not used to all you guys here. I'm really not. Lions better not lose. We'll see. It's all, yeah, Geno. Luckily, again, Geno Smith has, if the Lions lose today, you can blame Geno. Geno's just that guy. He's... if your kids are late to school, blame Geno. If your kids are failing in school, blame Geno. If your car doesn't start, blame Geno. Geno Smith, a man of the people. 2nd and 9, ball at the 43. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. As Goff drops back, swings it out. It's blocked at the line. Batted at the line. Incomplete. Harrison Smith getting a hand on it. As it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Lions. And again, I mean, it's just kind of odd just seeing the Lions struggle here. Most of my life, I guess that wouldn't be the case. But the last few years, obviously, the Lions have been very impressive. But they do not look good here. 3rd and 9, Vikings. The crowd is loud. They need to get to the 48. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Goff takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. Heavy pressure, steps up, fires, caught at the 45, brought down at the 44-yard line. Gain of 13, and that is a Detroit Lions first down. Big play there. The Lions needed it as they are now in Minnesota territory. They have just struggled. Cecily, yeah, that was amazing. As a Raiders fan, I support this message. There we go. Appreciate it. Hands it off. He's at the 40. Oh, Gibbs breaking tackles. Still breaking tackles. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Gain of 9. What a run there by Gibbs. An angry run. I'm sure we'll see that later down the road. Again, a great run there. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1 coming up. Merry Christmas, Christopher. Good to see you. Appreciate it. Okay, I can see why you were timed out. Again, I appreciate it, but yeah, we're going to put you in a timeout as well. You might have to go back to Grossi. So thank you again for tuning in, but again, don't spam. All right, 2nd and 1 at the 36 as Goff is going to hand it off. Up the gut. He's breaking tackles. He's got the first down, brought down at the 30-yard line. Gain of 5, and that is a Lions first down. Tracker stream went good. Yeah, no, I saw you got some subs, man. Good stuff. Ultimate Sportsman, good stuff. Good stream, man. I checked in every now and then. I really did. So I'm proud of you. I really am. Good stuff. 1st and 10 at the 30. Goff in the shotgun. Looks like we have 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As Goff sends a man in motion. Goff awaiting the snap. Takes the snap, drops back, looking to his right. Throws into the turf. Incomplete. Pass intended for St. Brown's feet, not even able to get there. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. Let's see here. By the way, Doc, excellent broadcast. Oh, yeah, appreciate it, Judy. Thank you again. Vikings with the backup quarterback. There's no way Detroit loses, right? Yeah, there's no way, Jonathan. No way it could happen, right? Yep. Question, who do you think the top 2 picks in the draft will be? I honestly don't know. I mean, you have to assume Mendoza's going to be one of them. But I couldn't tell you. 2nd and 10, Lions have it. Goff swings it out. It's caught at the 35. St. Brown going to lose 5 yards. The Vikings were all over it, led by Harrison Smith. Again, the old man still making some big plays. I can't tell you when he was drafted, but, man, he has played a while. And it's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Lions. We're at 6:33, by the way, and counting in the first half. They're at the Minnesota 35. In the shotgun, trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Yeah, no, just not a spammer. Again, just don't like flood the chat with messages, Again, you can talk and just, don't go crazy. This guy's running for his life. He is running for his life, breaking a tackle, throws, caught at the 15, brought down at the 12. What a play. Goff running out of the pocket for his life, finding St. Brown over the middle for a gain of 23, and that is a brand new set of downs for the Lions, wide open. Oh, the Vikings had him. Goff doing a good job of stepping out of that would-be sack, as it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 12. Goff under center, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As he hands it off, he's at the 10, and Gibbs is going to be whistled dead after a gain of 2. Jack Lambert and Too Tall Jones. Top 2 draft picks. If you're talking about all time, yeah, I don't know if I would go with those 2, though. I don't know if I would do that. Probably Lawrence Taylor, all time. Gonna spam you, there not be any spam. What games you doing over the weekend? We will help you as a channel. Well, thank you, Johnny. Let's see here. I'm doing again Saturday. I'm taking tomorrow off. There's really nothing to cover. There's a bowl game, but I'm good. There was an injury, I believe. So, this is Sewell. The Lions tackle. Hopefully he's okay. But yeah, Saturday we're doing Clemson, Penn State. We'll do that bowl game, and then we're doing the two NFL games: Texans, Chargers, Packers, Ravens, and then Sunday. So kind of a interesting dilemma here with Sunday. So I will be doing Steelers and the Browns, and then the Sunday night game, which is Bears and 49ers, for sure. But, so there's only 2 games to call in the afternoon, as some of you guys might know. There's the Bills and Eagles, which everyone will probably want me to cover. And then there's the other game, Giants-Raiders. That's the thing. Everyone's going to be covering Bills and the Eagles. So I'm kind of leaning towards Giants-Raiders. And I know that it seems weird to want to cover that game, but it's also, there's another thing. Again, obviously lack of competition. But also, the loser of that game probably gets the number 1 pick. So that is the Toilet Bowl. So, and I know there's some Raiders fans here and Giants fans, I'm sure. So I'm sorry, but I'm sure you guys know how your team is this year. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. No promises. I may cave to the masses that want me to cover Bills and Eagles, but I am leaning towards that Toilet Bowl. So, yeah. You remind me of Howard Cosell. Love listening to him, revealing my age. Oh, you're good. Howard Cosell's a legend. And a lot of people have actually compared me to him, so that's really cool. Really cool. Thank you again for the compliment. Caleb Downs, Peter Woods. Caleb Downs, yes, he's also very good. No college hoops this weekend. Yeah, sorry. I'll do some college basketball once football starts winding down. Since when did Chinese food take so long? I don't know. It's Christmas, man. Everyone's probably ordering out. Giants Raiders. Yep. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, to be honest with you. What's up, Dr. Lay? Question, you go to school? No, I did not. I'm just a guy, man. I took 1 semester of college, and that was during high school. I took college credits, and then I've been working. Well, I'm actually, sadly, unemployed at the moment. This is kind of my job at the moment. It gets a little bit of money. Hopefully it turns into more, but may have to find something to hold me over until this channel is actually sustainable. But no, been working retail. I worked retail for many years. Became a manager at a grocery store, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, now I'm doing this for the moment. But yeah, Raiders, Giants, I might do it. I might be doing it. All right, 2nd and 8. They are at the 9 as Goff hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs up the middle, and he is going to be pushed back. He did get a yard or 2, but not much. As it's 3rd and 5. Again, they'll be at the Minnesota 7. Lions again. It's been, this is probably their best drive all game, to be honest with you. They've been shot down again. 2 fumbles on their previous drives. You go this far, I'm thinking Campbell's probably going to have to go for it if they don't get it here on 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, they're at the 7. Goff in the gun, trips left, one receiver to the right. As Goff takes snap, drops back, looking over middle, throws it at the 5, and he's brought down at the 3. That was St. Brown. I believe is going to be marked a yard short. So, yeah, they needed to get to the 2. Oh, man, it's going to be interesting. You just appreciate it, Skull. Appreciate it, man. And thank you. Appreciate it, Snowman. Retail is good for people. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Well, no longer working there. But anyway, 4th and 1. Goff is under center, receiver left. 2 tight ends in tight. They need a yard. Sending another man in motion. Montgomery in the backfield. Sending another man in motion. Goff takes the snap, hands it off to Montgomery, and there's whistles blown. There's a flag. Campbell's looking around. Hold on. Oh, man, this would be interesting. I kind of would rather have the Bills win than the Eagles. Bills would take the division. The Pats go on a skid. That would happen. If the playoffs start right now, who would the Steelers play? We would play the Chargers. And I think that's winnable in Pittsburgh, not in Los Angeles. Referees talking it over again. I don't know if there's a flag or a timeout. As, the referees, the Zebras gathering. Toilet bowl, yep. I'm leading it. We'll see. Are they seeing if he got... Okay, they were actually just going to see if he got the first down. He did not. Yeah, he was well short. What a low-scoring game, yep. It's their loss. Oh, yeah, no. Well, I actually had some other jobs in between then as well. It'll be okay. We're going to make it work. 4th and 1. Goff, they need to get to the 2. Goff is under center. Sending a man in motion. Goff takes the snap. Hands it off to Montgomery. He is going to power forward. Did he get there? They're going to say he did. The Vikings the crowd believes they made the stop. But I think he got it. And they did rule it a first down. Thank you for having this game on today. I will keep you in my prayers for things to get better for you. I love your channel. Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. That does mean a lot. Oh, man, that is close. I don't know if he got to the 2. Yeah, that angle's pretty conclusive. I would say he got to the 2. So it's going to be 1st and goal at the 2. And they are going to review it. I think he did get it on that other angle there they showed at the end. I like how they show the best angle at the end. But, yeah, there's going to be a challenge. I don't think Minnesota's going to win this. Lions are not that good. It's a rough one right now. I think they're good, but that's not a first. Are you serious? No, I think they got the first there. So we'll see. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. They moved the ball. Yeah, they moved the ball. So they are reviewing it. I think he got it based on what I'm seeing. So it should be Lions 1st and goal whenever we do come back. Yeah, they showed the angle at the end. It's what they do. It's that first angle is like, oh yeah, he definitely didn't get it. But then that angle down the line, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good spot. So again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Again, if you do like what you've been listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. If everyone were to subscribe right now, I would hit 4,000 subscribers. Just saying. I know that's kind of a long shot to have everyone subscribe, obviously, but it would be pretty cool. So thank you again for tuning in. And of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like, and try to respond to as many people as I can, as the chat will forever and always be a big part of the channel. And, of course, let me know who you think's going to win today. 71% of you guys with the Lions, 29% with the Vikings. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, let me know who you think's going to win today. Up to the football, if you got it around, it is up to the football. That is correct. Lions look pretty good against both of your teams. They did. Lions are the favorite. Yeah, they are. They were, I believe, favored by 7.5, if I recall. And, of course, again, as most of you guys know, close at 7.5. As most of you guys know, if the Lions were to lose one more game, they are eliminated, and the Packers would have the last spot. They would have the number 7 seed at least. I think that's really all they can get. I think. I could be wrong on that. And even if the Lions do win, the Packers win one more time this year, it is over. It is over. What a year. Let's see. Argentina. Good to have you, Paul. Appreciate you. I've subscribed. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it. Doc's a good guy. I try to be a good guy, you know. The alternative is a bad guy. No one wants to be a bad guy. First and goal. He hands it off. This is Montgomery. Montgomery devoured in the backfield. Nothing doing there. Maybe a loss as well. Tackled at the 3. Yeah, I got your question. Yeah, no, I did not go. There's no school of broadcasting. This is everything that you're listening to now is just me listening to either the radio, sports radio for years, or listening on the TV. That is essentially, I'm a mix of everything I've heard, essentially. So, and of course, mixed in with the YouTuber thing, interacting with the chat and all that stuff. So, that is me. All right, so 2-minute warning. Again, the first and goal opportunity went backwards, so second and goal at the 3 whenever we do come back from yet another commercial break, just in case you thought we didn't have enough commercials. I guess Netflix agreed, so more commercials for us. Rooting big time that the Vikings will win. Need to have others get knocked out. Yep. Trying to get 4,000. No, I mean, that would be pretty cool. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just something I'm saying, you know. That's just something I'm saying to get people to sub. You know, it just helps out the channel. Again, it is free to do it, folks. Just want to mention that, just in case you're worried. You know, like, no, it's not a subscription. Think of it as a follow button. That's how I learned listening to the great Jim Durham back in home in Chicago. That's got you started. Gotcha. I've heard of that name as well. A lot of Bears fans talk about him. I'm not familiar with him. Appreciate it, Sinbin. Would rather support Dr. Lay than a corporation. Yeah, no. I appreciate that, Soldier Fields. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Again, Merry Christmas, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that in a while. But yeah, Merry Christmas to all you guys. Hopefully your Christmas is going well. Hopefully you had some great gifts or yummy food. Or, you know, if not, well, hey, we can all hang out and watch football, talk football together. You know, that's essentially what we're doing. Think the Lions lose? They're not looking great. It's hard for me to think of the Lions losing today. Vikings playing good, Lions playing pretty bad. But they are, despite how the Lions have played, they have a chance to tie it up. So do with that, you know, what you will. Got a good voice? Yeah, it's all fake. It's all like, I'm just, you know, imitating what I've heard. But I appreciate it, T-Mac. How do you feel about Buffalo and Pittsburgh in the playoffs? I would not feel confident. I would not want to play Buffalo. Troy Aikman never went to broadcast school, and it shows. He's gotten better. I was not a fan of Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, but I think the last few years, you know, I think they're okay now. I think they're fine. Have a good radio TV voice. Thank you. And yes, Merry Christmas to you, Lonnie. And good to see you, Grayson. Thank you again. How's it going? They could tie it up. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, just, again, keep that in mind. If you're worried about the Lions, they're bad. You know, again, they're not playing good, but with how bad they've played, they could potentially be tying up the game. So they're playing bad. If they do catch fire, you know, they could run away with it. Vikings, again, they've had opportunities, and they took advantage of one, didn't take advantage of the others. You know, the Vikings, again, they have Brosmer, and he's 4 for 6, 13 yards. All right, second and goal at the 3. Goff going to be under center. We got tight ends in tight. Tesla in or down below. Sends another man in motion. Goff drops back. Play action. Looking to his left. Throws. Incomplete. Oh, we had him. The tight end had him by a step. Giovanni Ricci, the Italian stallion, unable to get a hand on it as Goff again missed him. Missed him in the flat. 3rd and goal coming up. You have a question? What you got, man? What you got? 3rd and goal at the 3. Goff under center, receiver left, receiver to the right. Sending a man in motion as Goff hands it off. This is Montgomery. Montgomery bottled up. Doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage. Oh, and decision time for Campbell. If I'm Minnesota, I'm taking a timeout, to be honest with you, but it looks like they will let it happen, let it go all the way down. They're keeping their offense on the field. Oh, my goodness. If Detroit doesn't get this, man, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. The crowd's getting loud. Lions fans not exactly happy. Vikings fans going crazy. 4th and goal at the 4. It looks like I think they're going to take a timeout. Someone's going to take a timeout. Oh, my goodness. This drive, if it doesn't end in points, ooh. Oh, my gosh. QBR is the way. It is not the way, Magic Man. Appreciate you, man, for the $5. I appreciate you, Magic Man. You are a legend, of course. QBR, not the way, though. You were wrong. You were wrong completely. Cannot stand QBR. Promo work. I don't know what that would mean, but I guess so. I have some time on my hands for sure on the days off. Breeze, the worst broadcaster. He's not good. He's definitely better this year than last year, of course. So you've seen a lot of improvement. We have the right team to beat Buffalo. You have the right. We do. I don't know. I don't know if we have the right team to beat Buffalo. I don't know. Happy you didn't go to the bar. Yeah, no, of course. Appreciate you, Joe. Appreciate you. You have a radio face. I know that. Trust me, I know. 4th and goal at the 4. Goff is in the shotgun. Trips to the left. One receiver to the right. Oh, my goodness. Goff, silent count in effect. Takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. Goff looking to his left, throws. It is caught. Oh, what a catch. Touchdown, Tesla. What a catch. The touchdown turkey. He loves touchdowns. And he is still down as he leapt up to grab that one. What a catch, and he's now up good. He's celebrating now, but man, what a catch on 4th down. A gutsy call, a gutsy play, as the Lions are an extra point away from tying it up. Mr. Comment, my bad. What do we got? Jim Durham? Oh, I saw that one. And again, Merry Christmas, all you guys. Good to see you, Kenneth. Good to see you, Kenneth, as it looks like the Lions will be kicking an extra point here. I don't know. Everyone's just looking around now. I don't know what's going on. You think Pittsburgh can beat any team at home, but that one team that might win the game is the Chargers. Their defense would probably rather play them in SoFi and play the Broncos in Pitt. That's fair. I'd have to think about that. I'll listen for sure. I have to think about it. All right, extra point from the left hash to snap the hold, the kick. It is up. It is right down the middle. It is good. 7-7 is your score. 1:05 left to go in the first half. The Lions marching down the field and converting on a 4th and goal opportunity. Could have been a disaster. So Joe, it reminds me of sitting at home listening on your transistor radio. Well, I'm glad. Again, that's kind of the goal, is to do that old school radio broadcast. That is definitely the goal. What a touchdown indeed. That was a great catch. Throws pretty high, but again, a great catch by Tesla. Touchdown Turkey is very happy, yes. Vikings in over 34. Not 34, not looking good. I mean, I could see 3 touchdowns happening in the second half. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this game. I know 7-7, not the best game in the world, but hey, we've had some nice moments like that last series there for Detroit. Of course, we had some fumbles as well. Those are pretty exciting. As again, it is there's just 105 left to go here before this first half concludes. Nice job again. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. You need 43.5. That's a little bit more difficult, but it's not out of the question. I don't think it's out of the question. That's going to be fielded in the end zone. He's going to take a knee, so the Vikings will have it at the 35. So not bad field position at all. Again, they have one timeout with 105 left to go. But yeah, 43.5, a little bit more difficult. That's going to be 4 touchdowns plus. But it's not out of the question. But you need the Lions to pick it up for sure. And you need the Vikings to get it going. Again, Prosper, 4 for 6, 13 yards. A lot of dink and dunk with him. Need 72 passing yards. Okay, we'll see. Hey, Goku, did you get your Chinese food? As Brosmer drops back, he's looking over the middle. He steps up, moving in the pocket. Brosmer trying to escape, throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Clock stops with 59 seconds, and there is a flag, so hold the phone. Looks like it's going to be against Detroit as Minnesota's cheering. Illegal contact. Ooh. All right, well, that's an automatic first down. Going to give them a free 5 yards. Loving the Viking D this game. I'm rooting for the Lions. Viking D has been really good. Oh, yeah, no. They've been all over the place. You are correct. They are smothering the Lions. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Watching Dallas and Golden State while listening to Doc. Dallas 28, Golden State 40. There you go. 1st and 10 at the 40. As Brosmer sends Jefferson in motion. Brosmer drops back, looking over the middle. He dumps it off. It's caught. And Jones tackled at the 44 for a gain of 4. As the clock continues to run, we're at 50 seconds and counting, by the way. 47, 46. Brosmer getting everybody lined up. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Again, they're at their own 44. Brosmer takes the snap, drops back. Moving to his left. Oh, and down he goes. That is a sack. Another turf sandwich there. This one by Muhammad. As it's going to be 3rd and long. And I think the Lions have just taken. Or is it the Vikings that have just taken a timeout? That's confusing. That is very confusing. Wow. Okay, if the Vikings actually call that, that's very shocking. All right. Vikings calling timeouts. That's their last. Let's see here. Value packed video, sir. Really loved your perspective. Also shared content similar niche. I'll let the shout out go this time, but then it's all good. Appreciate it there. Obama Gaming. What a name. What a name. Obama president. So we've had just again, interesting. We've had Joe Biden in the chat, not today, just last few weeks. He's a subscriber here. We've had Donald Trump in the chat. Now we have Obama. Look at that. Everyone's in the chat. Throws, it's caught. He's at the 40. Jones, stiff arm, and brought down at the 44. Kind of an awkward landing there. Yeah, I saw it. Jones a little slow to get up. Oh, man, hopefully he's okay. That's a gain of 11. Yeah, Jones, just an awkward landing there with his left knee. And he got up and then went back down. Just the hip drop. There it is. Which, again, that's a regular tackle, but they've made a big deal about it in today's NFL. Jeez, hopefully he's okay. That would be a devastating loss. He's had a lot of their yards. Not a lot. 37 rushing yards. And I think 11 receiving, but they only have 36 yards, so he has more yards than the entire team. How does that make any sense? Well, sacks, but yeah. Jimmy Carter has left the chat. Yeah, Jimmy Carter was here as well. That's another one. Yes, I'm not even kidding. We had Jimmy Carter in the chat as well. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I'll let it go. It's fine. He complimented me. He buttered me up at first, so it's all good. But he does it again, then yeah, there's no promoting here. Not a fan of the promos. Not a fan of the promos. It'll come. You just work hard. You gotta. I mean, again, I'm still a small channel, still a long way to go, but you just gotta keep grinding. Just do the same thing every day. You're gonna see when you're starting out. If you ever do YouTube, as here's the punts. I'll save that for the next commercial. There's the punts, and that is gonna be bouncing at the 15, the 10, the 5, sprinting. Oh, it bounces into the end zone. Great hustle by number 13 of Minnesota. I wish I could give you a name. He really gave it a good effort there. So Detroit will have it at the 20. But yeah, no, I mean, you're going to see, again, if you're starting out on YouTube, you're going to have nobody there, one person there. You just got to keep going. Yeah, I started this in March. Folks. It takes a lot of time. Some more, some longer than others, some shorter than others. But you just got to have the confidence in yourself and just keep going. Keep going. 1st and 10 here for Detroit as they are at their own 20. Goff is in the shotgun. 18 seconds left, by the way. 2 timeouts, so in theory they could make a play here or 2. Goff looking around. Puts the silent count. Takes the snap, drops back. Heavy pressure up the gut. He's looking, and he is going down. Another turf sandwich there. That is a sack. And Goff immediately gets up and starts heading to the dressing room. He's done. So is everyone else, as that is the end of the first half. 7-7 is your score. The Vikings defense has played great. It really has. It really has. So Detroit will receive the second half kickoff whenever we do return. So 12 minutes just hanging out. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. I'm going to try to get to the chat here. Talk about whatever you like for the most part. Keep it reasonable, folks. I try to respond to as many as I can. And, of course, vote in the poll. Let me know who you think is going to win. 70% of you guys with the Lions, 30% with the Vikings. And, again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone subscribes right now, we'd hit 4,000 subscribers. Just saying. Would be pretty cool. It is free to do so. Fast and free and easy to do. All it is more sports on your YouTube feed. All right, what do we got? Jones touchdown cashed already. You don't need... Well, that sounds pretty callous there. I got what you're saying, though. Not the... Yes, I'm aware, Jersey. Yes, I have the games right here. Right here, yeah. I try to get you... Again, I really try to find everything that... What would I want? I want to know what's happening in other scores. Well, look, there's a ticker right there. So that's what I try to... Again, I try to get you guys what I can. All right, what am I looking at here? Persistence pays off. Yes. Yeah, again, it's easy to get down on yourself, again, if you're starting out or whatnot, but just keep going, And, again, you got to stand out. What's going to be special about you? So that would be my advice to anyone that's thinking about all this stuff. Are you doing third? Yes, I will be, Judy. I'll be here for all 3. Let's go, Vikings. Packers needed. Yep. Easy money first. Yeah, if you had the under, yep. Consistency is key. It is correct, Deacon. Just, again, I'm on here as often as I can be. Trying to cover as many games as possible. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. So, again, thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm also going to an NBA game on Wednesday. Which game? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Keep chat PG, no political. Yeah, again, no politics. I did kind of bring it up, though, saying, like, Obama and all that. So that's kind of on me. Again, obviously, we all think things off camera, off chat, obviously. But, it's a sports channel. But, yeah, no, Magic Man, I just kind of mentioned, we have Obama in the chat. I saw, again, we had Trump the other day. Biden's always in here. And then, yeah, I forgot Jimmy. We had a Jimmy Carter in the chat, too, a few weeks ago. Crazy. The presidents, man. The presidents like me. I don't know if that's a good thing, but not a bad first half. Go Lions and delay. Appreciate you, Gaming Boy. Merry Christmas, man. Again, good to see you. Appreciate you, man. Couldn't find your channel because I topped Dr. Lane side. Yep, that would work. Do you do a fantasy football show? I do not. Yeah, I don't know how I would do that. You know, I'm not really. I'm in I love fantasy football. I've been doing it forever, as long as I can remember. I'm in a league right now where it's been a keeper league since 2013. But I don't really know what to say. Like, my thing with fantasy football is like you draft your team, right? Like, well, this was, like, and what would you be talking about? I guess week to week, it's like, well, you could pick up this guy, like waiver fines. Like, I don't know. I don't really worry about all that, I guess. If I were to do a show, which we did, so we, as in Rising Rhino, some of you guys might know him. I know we have some Rising Rhino. The Rhino Nation is always represented here. Again, we're pretty close. As far as like working together, we have worked together. We're gonna bring the show back. Might be next year though. But yeah, I had a show with Rising Rhino. We'll probably bring it back next year. So make sure again to click on him and subscribe to his channel. Again, he's a friend of the channel. But yeah, we'll definitely do a football show very, very soon. Just not fantasy football. I'm not, again, something I don't really talk about much. Like, I'm happy, like I did well or I didn't do well. I'm into it. I don't know what I would be saying. Does that make any sense? Appreciate the question though. Appreciate it. Going to watch Warriors Hornets. Nice. God bless you. Thank you. I've done it before. Again, I do this. I've been doing 3 Sunday, 3 Saturday for months now. So it's just I'm getting a push today because everyone's kind of taken off. So I'll gladly take advantage of it. Question out of the AFC team: who would you not want? Pittsburgh? Buffalo. It's still Buffalo. Everyone else, I think, is beatable. They're all doing fine, but I don't. Again, just back to an earlier statement I made. I think it was in the previous broadcast that I don't think there's any great teams. I think there's a lot of good teams. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Merry Christmas, man. Wasn't President think something? Okay, I didn't even know. My bad. Well, thank you, Magic Man. Golf needs to turn up. Yeah. Rhino Nation's everywhere. They are. Go Rhino. Yep, look, we got it. We got a lot of Rhino Nation here. Yeah, Rhino Nation is, again, a friend of the channel. So, yeah, we pull for each other, and again, we've worked with each other. We've collabed before. And it won't be the last time. We'll be definitely, again, coming. We'll be doing a show for sure. A football show in the near future. Appreciate you for stopping in, JD. Appreciate it, man. Pretty sure I found you on across the fan base. Oh, yeah. I was tagged in one of the videos. Oh, yeah, it was a Steelers thing. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was not cool, though. I was tagged in a video where it was, like, self-destructing. Gladly didn't get a angry... Actually, it would have been pretty funny. Actually, it would have helped the channel if he caught me in an angry rant, which I can do whenever it's the Steelers game. But the best rant was the Steelers-Bengals one. That was the first game, of course, with Flacco. Let's see here. Well, appreciate it. Again, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Chose to bench Goff during the fantasy. Yeah, for sure. What are the odds the Steelers go to the Super Bowl? Not very high, Tracy. I would not put any money on it. Smash like and subscribe. Share the stream out. It's fast, easy, free to do. Appreciate it, Magic Man. Again, thank you for your support. But he is, again, telling the truth. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. Still no Chinese food. That's a bummer. Would you ever broadcast stream from a live game inside the stadium? Would be pretty cool. I just don't see myself ever doing that. It would be pretty cool. Tom Grossi, your dad was in here just the last stream. That's pretty cool. Thank you for the raid. You are, again, the king of NFL YouTube. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you for the raid. That definitely, again, helps out the channel a lot. So thank you again. And, of course, obviously, for the Raiders, the Grossi Posse. If you do like what you're listening to, and again, maybe Mr. Grossi's taking a day off for whatnot, obviously not today, but in the future, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. It really does, as this channel is growing and growing and growing. Thank you again, Mr. Grossi. Keep up the great work. Look forward to your next video, and thank you again. Sorry I can't participate in the live streams because obviously I'm doing this. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you again. Thank you for the raid. That is awesome. The Grossi Posse. So yeah, thank you again. Everyone's still, oh my goodness. Again, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all you guys as well. Merry Christmas as well. No days off. No days off. For sure. You had to go back a minute. Oh, no, you're good. It's all good. Merry Christmas from the Grossi Posse. Merry Christmas to you guys, man. Merry Christmas to the Grossi Posse. And again, everyone that is also tuning in. So, yeah, thank you again. Merry Christmas from the Grossi Posse. Let's boost. Yes, let's boost that algorithm. It just helps out a lot. Again, just the views help out a lot. It really does. So thank you again, sir, as always. And it was pretty cool. Again, like, yeah, your dad was in there. I actually took a picture. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Dave Grossi, yeah, Diamond Dave Grossi. He might have maybe whispered into to Tom's ear, like, hey, you should definitely check that guy out. Rate him. So that is pretty cool. Thank you again. There he is, Diamond Dave Grossi. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure calling the games. 2025 Super Bowl champs. I don't know about that. Never seen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about, like, I don't know, music. I mean, I do like music, but it's not like I don't really do the shows. Do you receive the ball in the opening? Do you open the second half? The Lions do. You know in the game? Yes. Maybe you did. Perhaps you did. Again, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Dave. I really appreciate it. It helps out a lot, so thank you. 244 likes. Yes. No, the Grossi Posse, they like it up. They help out a lot. This is actually the second time this year. That's really cool. First time was when I was at 1,000 subscribers. That was a Thursday night game. Cardinals Seahawks, maybe, I think. Cardinals Seahawks. And I think the Cardinals won that game, or did they not? No, they didn't win that game. It was close. It was a close game, I think. Hey, from the Grossi Posse. How's it going, Fawn? Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Appreciate you. Again, thank you guys. Yeah, Darren, I'm just not a halftime guy, Like, whenever it's Super Bowl or whatever, I just kind of watch anything else, to be honest with you, or I just go snack on something. I don't know. Just never got into it. But, even you liked and sub. Thank you, Fawn. Appreciate it. Thank you. But even, like, if I were going to I really don't want to go to a concert, like an actual concert. I just, I can listen to it through Spotify or YouTube or whatever. I'm just not a music guy. Just not a music guy. I do listen to music, just, concerts and all that. It just doesn't do it for me. Yeah. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're just hopefully a few more minutes away from concluding the end of this halftime. So again, 7-7 is your score. The Lions, of course, leading, or no, pardon me, tied. They're tied up. They're going to get the ball, but obviously a lot on the line here. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's go Chiefs over Broncos. You're going to go with the upset. Would be very interesting. And again, as you probably already know, Lions have this. If they are eliminated from playoff contention with a Detroit loss. So if they lose one more time this year, they are done. Or if Green Bay wins just one of their last two games, Detroit is eliminated. And of course, right now, again, it is just a very disappointing effort from Detroit, really. Green Bay, of course, knocked out of the NFC North contention with a Green Bay loss, or a Chicago win. But we'll save for that. We'll save all that for later. Let's see here. You sort of am what, Michael? I'm sorry. I'm kind of lost there. Every halftime show except. Yeah, I'm just not a halftime show. OT, sorry, Spawn Silver Market just opened. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's interesting, Daryl. You don't like Snoop Dogg? I have no problem with him. I don't really, I don't like or dislike. I don't really have an opinion on them. Bad Bunny's gonna be great. I mean, it's gonna be okay, I guess. Again, I don't really listen to much, with the halftime show. As someone who works for a venue that does concerts, it sucks in person. You really have to like someone to spend that much money. But thank you for spending it. Yeah, I guess so. I like, Blink 182. Would I ever go to a concert? No, I would never. Even if you handed me free tickets, I'm like, well, just give them to someone else because it's not going to do it for me. You're a music guy? Lainey Wilson? Yeah, I don't know. That is Duck Hodges' wife. You'll be cheering for the Broncos. Gotcha. No emojis. Oh, there's emojis. It's fine. As long as it's not like used over and over again. That's fine though. Campbell is reckless. He is. He's very aggressive. Doesn't need to be. And I think that's part of the reason why the Lions are where they are. Dr. Scholl's, when I buy your products, my feet feel great. That's great. I am not Dr. Scholl's, though. Is Jones out? Aaron Jones, I don't know. I'm not seeing an injury designation by his name, so I'm thinking he's okay. But yeah, no, he was shaken up at the end of the first half there. And again, you can kind of see the stats to my right, or I guess your left, my right. Appreciate it, Goku. Member emotes. Yeah, I need to change those. I was going to really just do it for Sunday, but I need to do it for Saturday. Yeah, I dropped the ball. So here you go. These are the total stats for this game. Again, you can see the Lions with only 119 yards. That is not good. That is just bad. But luckily for them, they're playing the Vikings, who only have 36 yards for one half. I don't know if I've ever seen an NFL team that low. But despite all that, it's still, again, a tie game. Lions with 2 turnovers. They have 8 first downs, 6 for the Vikings. Penalties are about even, 3-2. Penalty yards, 15-10. Third down conversions, Lions 3 for 7. The Vikings 2 for 6. Lions 2 for 2 on fourth down. The red zone, both of them have taken advantage when they're in the red zone. Again, only once for each team. And time of possession, 16-28 for the Lions, 13-32 for the Vikings. Just not ideal. Membership gifting. Yeah, no, all that is, yeah. Yeah, I need to get a better Steeler one. That just looks terrible. I'll work on it. Definitely. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna work on it. I guess tomorrow I'll have some time. I'll get a better Steelers one and then get the ones ready. I guess I have 8 emotes unlocked. Yeah, that's not bad. This is not a commercial for Verizon. It is not. It is not a commercial for Verizon. One day we'll start. I think the halftime show there went a little bit longer than it should have because, we're already almost at 2 hours and we haven't started the second half. So I might not have much of a break in between. That's kind of a bummer, to be honest. As I think the prime game starts at 7:15 Central. Yeah. Dang it. Oh, well. Do we get likes for being witty? I mean, I can't like your stuff, but you can like mine. That's all I can do. 5 more minutes for my food. Nice. What games are we doing tomorrow? I'm actually doing none. There's no games for you guys tomorrow on this channel, but I'll be back again Saturday for 3 more. 3 more Saturday. So, golf's going down 9 more times. That's a lot of sacks. This is the longest halftime ever it is. 36 yards and a half. I wonder how many millions per yard. Yeah. George with the $5. Appreciate you, man. I think you said you live in Texas. I do. How'd you become a Steeler fan? All right, George. Well, I was born in the great state of Pennsylvania. So that is pretty much it. My dad was a Steelers fan, or is a Steelers fan. Pirates fan, casual, Penguins fan. He grew up in a family that liked the Eagles and the Phillies, and I guess he's a natural rebel. He really is, to be honest with you. And Yeah, so he became a Steelers fan. He was born in 70, so I guess he chose the right team as there was a lot of success there when he was younger. But yeah, I was pretty much raised to be a Steeler guy, Steeler fan, and a Pirates fan. Really upset with him about the Pirates thing, but maybe the Pirates are okay this year after all. Maybe. It would be nice. They are making some moves. Netflix flushed $150 million down the streaming toilet. I don't know what you're talking about there, but maybe. Are you talking about the game rights? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many people actually bought Netflix and to buy it to watch this game. Worst NFL game I ever saw was Chargers playing the Chiefs. Neither team can catch a pass. Jeez. Feels like could have mowed the yard. Yeah, I might actually have to mow the yard. It's getting kind of warm over here. Kind of annoyed by that. It's December. Never understand people's fascination with their ancestry. Is it knowing your current family bad enough? I mean, I don't know about all that. Are you doing the game tonight? Yes, Matthew, I'll be here. So, yeah, no, appreciate it, George. Thank you again for the $5. That is awesome. I was born in Louisiana, and I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan to the heart until the day I die. There we go. Dad was also born in the 70s. Ref really only saw one Bears championship and a whole lot of Bulls. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. For sure. And maybe some, well, no, I guess the Cubs just won. Well, I guess about a decade ago now. Jeez, time flies. All right, we're back here in Minneapolis as, again, that halftime is finally over. 7-7 is your score. Detroit will be starting off with the ball here in the second half. Jim Leyland used to smoke cigarettes. He did, actually, yeah. Remember, I don't know that myself. I just remember seeing pictures of him in the dugout. Shoveled some snow. It looked beautiful, I bet. Born in Rochester, New York, grew up Browns and Bills, endured lots of pain. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, and kind of still do, in a way. But yes, we are ready for kickoff. Thank goodness. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus in the crowd. That's always good to see. Gibbs with his helmet on again. I got no information there on Jones. As soon as I let you know, we'll let you know. I know Vikings going to score a touchdown. Watch here. We'll see. We'll see, Nick. What age did you move away? 2004. Would have been 7, about to turn 8. So pretty young, I would say. Here in the real West Texas, we have not had real cold weather for the time of the year. Nice. Or yeah, I guess you're out there by maybe El Paso then. Field at the 5, the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and brought down at the 33-yard line. That's where the Lions will take over to begin the second half. I do have a friend that moved out to Odessa as well. I need to go visit him. It's been a few years. But yeah, I'm in East Texas. Might feel weird. I was born in the GLA in Cali. Became a Steeler fan in '83 and stuck with the team for decades. There we go. Not familiar with the GLA. Not familiar with GLA. El Paso. Yep, there it is. 1st and 10 at the 33. As Goff is under center, sending a man in motion, and he takes a snap, hands it off to Gibbs, dancing around and brought down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there, as it's 2nd and 10 for the Lions. So again, not the ideal start, of course. Again, obviously it's just one play, but the Lions are playing, again, as you know, for their playoff hopes. This is not how I think they thought this game would go. But maybe there's something to be said about the records of these teams. Again, the Lions 8-7, the Vikings 7-8. Goff in the shotgun, trips to the right, one receiver to the left. As Goff takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. He's looking, throws, caught, and St. Brown takes a whack, but still on his feet, fighting for the first down. What a play. He's going to get marked short, though, saying his knee was down, but great effort by St. Brown, making it 3rd and 1 as they're at the 42-yard line. St. Brown taking a huge hit. But what? I don't know. I feel like he may have gotten that, to be honest with you. That's great effort. Great effort by St. Brown. So 1st and 10. Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. 1st and 10 at the 43. People in my house are using Netflix, so I gotta get my news from my favorite YouTuber. Appreciate you, Californian man. Knew a guy from New Jersey who was a Broncos fan. Very okay. I gotcha. Rick. You thought of this channel? You're a legend, man. You are a legend. 1st and 10 at the 43, sending St. Brown in motion as Goff hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery twirled around the 45, brought down at the 46 for a gain of 3. Or I guess they'll say it's only a gain of 2. Whatever. Montgomery, again, has kind of struggled today. Only 8 yards for him on 6 carries. Nice effort. It was great effort, yeah. Born in Arizona, moved to Babylonia. Okay. Nice start, yep. 2nd and 8 at the 45 as Goff is under center, sending St. Brown in motion. Goff hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery with some space and then is hit at the 50. The Lions will be pushed back a little bit, but forward progress was called. So 3rd and 3 coming up after the gain of 5. Montgomery approaching 2 yards a carry with that carry there. Again, 13 yards and 7. I used to pray for times like this. Your food's here. Good stuff, Goku. Enjoy. One way pulling for the Lions, saying, come on, Lions, what are you doing? Don't you know that the playoffs are kind of a thing, and you need a win? And need some help. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As Goff hands it off up the middle. Montgomery leaning. He's going to be about a yard short. So 4th and inches coming up for the Lions. You know they're going to go for it. They're at midfield at the 48 to be exact. Just got an ad for an e-bike. I wouldn't mind an e-bike. There we go. Maybe it's heard ya. That's usually how it goes with the ads. Yes, son got it, so he did. Goku. Goku getting his food. 4th and inches. Goff is under center. Montgomery in the backfield. Oh, there's movement! And the quarterback sneak is successful, but they're going to whistle it dead, as that's going to back him up 5. Oh, man, the tight end moved. Was that Ferkser? Campbell can't believe it. That was on Zylstra, and the Lions will have to punt. Oh, man, well, someone called that. From Venezuela. Good to have you, Carlucho. From Venezuela. Appreciate you. 4th and 6, and the Lions will have to punt. Man, that is unfortunate for Detroit. As there's the snap, and here is the punt. Fair catch signal made at the 13, 14-yard line. And that is where the Vikings will begin their drive. Again, only 36 yards of offense. I mean, not ideal, but the score is 7-7. You subscribed on your phone and TV. Does that count as 2 likes, 2 subs? I hope so as well. I don't think that's how it works unless you're on different accounts. But thank you. Thank you again. Appreciate it, Jenna. Helps out the channel a lot. Old Steve Martin skit, King Tut. Would not be familiar with that. Why does your pound cake only weigh 7 ounces? Rick is asking the real questions. Playoffs. Don't talk about the playoffs. You kidding me? I just hope we can win a game. I mean, that's essentially the Lions right now. Again, they got to get it going. You got to kick out of the... Yeah, the short, yeah. I actually just reposted that. It got credited as mine, so I kind of feel bad about it. But, you know, oh well. No one else really posted it until after I did. Their loss. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. They're on the track for 9-8. 9-8, baby. Let's go. Jim Moore did enter the chat. Yep. Tight end. Yeah, tight end moved. Why do the commies beat them in the playoffs, Lions? I mean, I wouldn't say they're overrated, but definitely. Yeah, again, I feel like I don't know if this is how it went, but I remember thinking that Campbell cost them a game with a lot of the decisions. You seem better in high school? Well, I mean, yeah, maybe. Campbell needs to flush his coordinators after this season. Rob, you are a JG9 guy. Appreciate you, Rob, for tuning in. Of course, I'm sure you know Dr. DeLay. That guy every now and then is in the JG9 chat. Look at that, a fellow JG9er in the chat. That's cool. That is cool. That is cool. Appreciate you for tuning in. And a Merry Christmas. Again, Merry Christmas to all you guys. Appreciate you guys all for tuning in. And again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. So, yeah, thank you again for tuning in. And, of course, vote on the poll. 69% of you guys with the Lions, 31% with the Vikings. So there you go. And, again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone were to subscribe right now, you know, I would hit 4,000. Not saying it's going to happen, but it'd be pretty cool if it did. So we're back here in Minnesota. Minnesota has the ball at their own 14. And again, they're looking to get something going again. Only 36 yards of offense in the first half. JG Niner and Niner faithful, yep. As Prosper going to hand it off. This is Jones. Jones still in the game, and Jones is bottled up. Maybe wishing he hadn't come back in. As maybe a yard, they're going to give him a yard. It's Jones at 38 yards. Again, he has more yards than the actual team. It is actually impressive. But also not at the same time. Feliz Navidad again. Feliz Navidad, T-Mac. Good to see you. People are complaining about the game. All the sacks. Yeah, it's definitely had some moments for sure. 2nd and 9 here. Brosmer in the shotgun. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Sends a man in motion. Brosmer drops back, looking over the middle. He throws. It is batted incomplete. They're talking to Chris Carter now over Skype. That's always, well, I guess it's not Skype, but we know whatever it is. You know what I'm saying. Pass was intended for Jefferson, who is 12 yards away from tying Randy Moss for the most receiving yards in the first 6 seasons. Of course, again, they had the extra game, but it's still pretty cool regardless. JG9 talks too fast for me, can't understand. Oh, JG9's great. Yeah, I get it. He does. He does talk a lot. He's good though. JG9 is great. Definitely an inspiration of the channel for sure. 3rd and 9. Brosmer drops back. He's looking over the middle. Throws. Caught at the 20, but then tackled immediately. Gain of 6, and the Vikings looking like they'll have a 3-and-outs once again. As Kevin O'Connell just looks not. He does not look happy. He looks pretty disgusted as the Vikings, yes, will punt. No DDs yet. No, not necessarily. No dumb decisions for the moment. If you purchase enough rare earths from China, this guy. How game was blacked out. Oh, that's tough. As there is the punt. It's about a 48-yard punt field at the 32. He's at the 35, breaking a tackle. And then is pushed out of bounds. So not much on the return. Maybe a 4 or 5. I'm not too 6, 7, maybe. So I'm not too sure where they'll mark it. But yeah, we'll be a Lions ball with 9:33 left to go in the third quarter. Is it going to be a low-scoring game? Looking like it. Nice lumberjack shirt. Thank you. Thank you. Fortune Cookie says, keep your focus on the journey, not the destination. There we go. I mean, that's good. That's good. I like that. A couple extra games. Moss, I think, only played 14 and 15. Yeah, for sure. Need an analysis who catches the ball. You keep saying is caught. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's something I need to work on. That's it. Yeah, I do need to get better at that. 1st and 10 at the 36. Goff is under center, receiver to each side. It's going to be a toss here to Gibbs. Gibbs at the 35 and going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe they give him a yard. They will. Brought down at the 37. Gibbs, again, he's struggled to run the ball. The Lions struggled to run the ball last week. Of course, I know that. I watched the game, Steelers-Lions. And, of course, today, Gibbs just under 3 yards a carry. And Montgomery, again, about 2 yards a carry. My wife wakes me dressed up like a lumberjack. Well, that's okay. I'll move on. 2nd and 9 at the 37 in the gun. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right. Interesting. Goff drops back, looking to his left. Oh, heavy pressure. Goff is devoured in the backfield. That's a loss of 9. Jackson in there on the sack, and it's going to be 3rd and 18. I mean, how many sacks is that? That is unbelievable. Give me a sack. That is 4. It feels like more. I sound like Dr. Seuss all of a sudden. So 3rd and 18. The wife is watching the Warriors game. Ah, okay. Go Lions. Did you think about putting a point who got the ball? There's that thing. It's a white line above the lines. You can kind of see it. And again, I can't control that. It's a third-party thing. 3rd and 18. Goff drops back. Heavy pressure. Just throws it up in the air. It is intercepted. Intercepted by Murphy. Murphy at the 35, the 40, and runs out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Goff felt the pressure and just chucked it up in the air, and that was not the play. And the Vikings will take over at their own 45 as they run to the end zone, of course, to do that photo op thing. Was he touched? I don't think he was, no. Yeah, no, that was a good heads-up play. Brian Flores loving it. One of the better defensive coordinators in the game. 7:53 to go here in the third quarter. 7-7 is your score. They will step away. I, of course, will be right here. That tracker was cool. Oh, yeah. That was Ultimate Sports. Lions disappoint me in the first half for sure. They're definitely just disappointing themselves. They have to be. What type of front are the Vikings using? I honestly haven't looked closely. I'll let you know next time, Rico. They are not playing. 8 more times. I guess so. Go Lions. Everyone send so many well wishes to Montgomery as he's currently sick. It's not feel good when the camera zooms in on him. Yeah, not looking good, K-pop. Goff is off. Caleb better than Goff. Okay, you can't just criticize one play there, Goku. Dressed up like a Viking before. Oh, man. Lion is too old. I believe is that another JG9? Robert? JG9 got some JG9 here. Appreciate you guys. You make me feel like I'm at the game. I try to be. That is, again, if you do like what you listen to, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. And again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 4,000. And of course, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. So thank you again for letting the small channel call the game for you today. Hopefully, I've done a decent job for you. Those all-white uniforms are a choice. Like, they were cool but different. Could have taken a minute. Yeah, you know, I said it earlier. I just like the regular uniforms, you know, traditional uniforms. And I prefer for the Vikings to get rid of that matte helmet and go back to the shiny helmets. I don't know. Again, I can complain about a lot of things. But yeah, I don't really like it. Again, I feel like just people or all the teams just want to have an all-white uniform or an all-black uniform. Like, for what? It's like not even part of your color scheme. Like, I don't know. Just more money, I guess, for merchandise sales. What streams you doing Sunday? I can guarantee you Steelers, Browns, and then the Sunday night game, 49ers, Bears. And I am really flirting with the idea. I really am. Of doing that Raiders, Giants game, the toilet bowl. I'm tempted. I may do it. I don't know. All right, so 1st and 10, they're going to mark him down apparently at the 38. Apparently he was touched down as Brosmer's under center. Play action. Brosmer drops back, looking. Steps up in the pocket. It's going to run. He's at the 40, diving forward to the 43-yard line. Nice run there. Gain of about 5. And there's a flag. So never mind. Yeah, that is tough. You get an ad for a protein shake. I don't know. Looks like there was defensive holding. That's going to be on Rock Yassin, the man out of Temple. And that is going to be an extra 5 yards. So that is a gain of 10, I guess. Well, only a gain of 5, but then tacking on 5 at the end of the play there. So 1st and 10 for Minnesota. They're at their own 48. Just when you're falling asleep. Sorry, didn't mean to run. Didn't mean to yell. As Brosmer going to hand it off up the gut, breaking a tackle the 50 and brought down at the 49-yard line. That is Chandler with the carry. Ty Chandler, his first carry of the game as they cross into Detroit territory. Subscribe. Appreciate it, Lonnie. Appreciate it. Again, it helps out the channel a lot. It really does. Detroit team trying to get a playoff spot. They're not. Yeah, no, exactly, Joseph. Tell Chris Ricardo to stay where he's at. This guy. Not looking forward to the Black Niners jerseys. Really, they're wearing those. Brosmer's going to throw. It's caught at the 45, brought down at the 42. That is Josh Oliver with the catch, the tight end. A gain of 8, and that is a first down for the Vikings. Just rolling to his left, a good throw. Probably his best one of the day, as he was on the move, hitting the man in stride, and he wasn't exactly open. He was kind of open for the NFL, but players all over. Dr. Lee could not have scripted it any better. Apparently not. Is this clickbait? Yes. Clickbait for sure. Welcome to YouTube. 1st and 10 at the 41 in... No, he's actually under center. Brosmer is going to hand it off. This is Chandler. Chandler at the 40 and brought down at the 36. Gain of 5. Going to be 2nd and 5 coming up for the Vikings. As again, they're in Lions territory. In field goal range, you'd have to assume. Not really familiar with the Vikings kicker. I know Jones here so far, but again, he is fine. The tracker of 20 minutes. Oh, okay, that's good. Fall asleep to the tracker for sure. Keep the uniforms from video games. Yeah, for sure. 2nd and 5 at the 36. Brosmer's going to hand it off. Up the gut again. Chandler is going to squeeze forward and hit close to the first down marker. I don't know if they gave it to him. They did. That's a gain of 5, and that is a Vikings first down. Chandler doing a good job leading his, getting the friends up front to lead the charge, blocking for him. Great radio voice. Love it. Appreciate it. Thank you. I try. Thank you, Tammy. Again, I appreciate that. Simulation is real. Dan Campbell never takes the points in close games. Exactly. Usually bites him in the butt. It really does. The Doc. Merry Christmas. Token, good to see you, man. Merry Christmas to you. Good to see you. A Raider fan once again in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Merry Christmas. Next Sunday. Okay, I gotcha. No better than those chat sports guys? That's a lie. That is a lie. Oh, Ben, you just may have hit a... I'm not. Definitely not a chat sports guy. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, whatever. 1st and 10 at the 31. Brosmer under center. He hands it off up the gut, and he is brought down at the 30. Gain of, oh my gosh. Ooh, that actually struck a chord. Now I'm going to lie. Gain of 2. They're going to give him a couple there. That was Chandler on the carry. I am being nice, so I'm saying this. Does anyone going to vote for the Detroit Lions coach to be offensive coordinator? Give me an opinion. Dan Campbell, I mean, I definitely think his decisions cost a lot. I mean, they cost a lot of points. Brosmer drops back, looking, pump fakes, going to take off, and is diving forward. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage as it's 3rd and 8. Coming up for the Vikings. Again, they're in field goal territory. Yeah, no, Campbell, I think he's way too aggressive. I could be wrong. I don't know. Claire. That's a tough one. So I'm sure it's helped, but it's also hurt. He's just got to rein it in. You love the show. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. I'm like, bringing up chat sports. I'm like, there's no way you just go there. There's no way. You have to know that I don't like chat sports. Pretty good stuff, though. Good stuff. Good stuff, Ben. All right, 3rd and 8. They need to get to the 21. Brosmer drops back, looking over the middle. Heavy pressure. Brosmer is devoured, and he's going down. That's a sack. Roy Lopez getting in there for a loss of 5. Calvin Shepard loving it there on the sidelines. The Vikings offense will have to jog off the field, and the Vikings may have to settle for a 52-yard field goal. This, of course, would give them the lead. Next year, yeah, for sure. Good to see you, man. Merry Christmas again. It's good to see you. Brunell should take over as OC. Is Brunell there? Is Brunell with the Lions? That's interesting. There is the kick. It is up. It is good. It has the distance. It is good. A 52-yard attempt. And the Vikings have taken the lead with 3:03 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Man, again, this is a shock to everybody, I think. That is crazy. Dan Campbell's old news. Yeah, I mean, Falcons Super Bowl, okay. I don't know about that one there. Not this year. I have to look at the Madden game for you. Trolling game is Ben Simmons. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't really look at the name. I just saw Ben. My bad, Ben. Sack. There's a thin line between aggression and a dumb decision. Yep. Anthony on the Lions is injured. That's tough. Merry Tidemas. Merry Christmas to you as well, Tide. Brunell's the quarterback's coach. I did not know that. I did not know that. Interesting. Huh. Well, shout out Mark Brunell. That's cool. Dr. Lee, you have the best commentary voice on YouTube. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you again. Maybe one day, right? Well, again, I don't know if I don't know. I don't want to work for it. I want to work for me personally. I don't know if one of these companies did. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't get along. I don't think I would get along with the big companies, to be honest with you. You're not shocked. You're loving it. Yep, I'm shocked. This is crazy. I mean, the Vikings. I mean, again, the Lions are in a do or die situation, and they apparently want to die. Think Rivers would make a great quarterback coach. I would agree with that, Rico. You're sacked in Hatson's sack. Oh man, that's tough. Who you going for today in Super Bowl predictions today? Again, I don't really have a dog in the fight. So whoever wins is whoever wins. Super Bowl predictions, I really couldn't tell you, man. It's kind of wide open. My preseason picks were Bills and Packers, and I'm not kidding. Those are actually the picks. Packers struggling right now. They're kind of banged up. I don't know. Really, again, there's no great teams. We talked about it earlier. It just, I don't know. It's a lot of good teams. I think anyone can win. I really do. Penix for MVP. Okay. Take 3 when you can see that. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure, you got to take the points. Lurked in the shadows during your stream, seeing how much you hate those guys. I do. I cannot stand them. They're just begging. They're just begging for. They talk about donations 90% of the time. They talk about the game the other 10%. It's ridiculous. I got you, man. Appreciate you for lurking in. Not sure if you got 7.5. I guess so. This game is on par for the Lions-Vikings game. Lions will come back. We'll see. Goff's already given away 10 points. I guess so. Yeah, Lonnie, I can't really tell you. I think it's so wide open this year. I really do. I really do. All right, Vikings going to be kicking off, and there is the kickoff. Lions going to be receiving it at the 1. He's at the 5, the 10, 15, 20, 25, and is spun around, tackled at the 30-yard line. So, again, the Lions, they got to get it going. Again, a loss, it's over. If they win, they still have a slim chance, but at least the win obviously gives you that slim chance. Fact or fiction, Winter Classics flop in Miami. I would assume they would flop. So, yeah, I would say that's a fact. Lions playing off. They are not looking good. So 1st and 10 for Detroit. They're at their own 30. Jahmyr Gibbs has struggled against Minnesota last time he played. Only 25 yards today, only 29. Again, he didn't exactly look good last week either. As Goff is under center, he takes that play action looking, throws it over the middle. It is intercepted. Oh, my goodness. Harrison Smith picks it off. He's tackled immediately. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. Harrison Smith, the longtime Viking looking to spoil the Lions season. Or maybe you can say Jared Goff is going to spoil the Lions season. Unbelievable. Cutting the routes. Pass was intended to St. Brown. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I can't. Spread was 7.5. That looked intentional. It's crazy. Unbelievable. 1st and 10 for Minnesota. They have it at the Detroit 42. Brosmer, play action, rolling to his left. Brosmer looking, throws. It is off the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Pass intended for Jordan Addison. Unbelievable. What's going on with the Lions? No bias, your professional opinion. I think again, just years of kind of, I don't know. Maybe it makes no sense, but you go that far, and NFC Championship game, lose. Number 1 seed last year, lose. It kind of takes a toll. And, of course, losing your coordinators, that's not exactly an easy thing to replace. 2nd and 10, they're going to do the Wildcat. Chandler at the 40 and stumbles down at the 38-yard line for a gain of 4. Again, I picked the Lions to go to the playoffs. I didn't have them winning the division. Again, I got a lot of hate on that for some reason. There was just part of me that was just like, I don't know if the Lions are going to be as legit this year. Of course, again, I had them going to the playoffs. I wasn't that gutsy to say they'd be missing it, but there's something that just felt like with all the losses that they've had in the playoffs, with the coordinators gone, I don't know. Brosmer drops back, looking over the middle, moving to his right, heavy pressure, throws it away, incomplete. So the Lions doing a good job there on defense to force the 3 and out, but the Vikings are in field goal territory. This would be about a 56-yard field goal. Brosmer just under heavy duress there. All right, what am I looking at here? Caleb's better than this guy. I'm not even going to, no. Jared Goof. Yeah, Goof. You're so close to cashing out. Oh, man. Merry Christmas. Thanks for the rock. Yeah, you did, yeah. All right, there is the kick. It is up. It is good. Look at that. 56-yard attempt as the Vikings add another 3. And it's 13-7. Now, good thing for the Lions. Again, they're not putting it. The Vikings aren't putting it in the end zone. So that is something that, like, hey, even if we do turn it over, the Vikings don't seem to be able to move the ball well, because Vikings have had plenty of opportunities to shut down this game, to pretty much say, hey, it's our game, but they haven't been able to do it. Let's see here. Lions need a quarterback too this offseason. Well, I mean, there's other issues there, but yeah. Lions still have plenty of time. Exactly, yeah, they still have plenty of time. Goff is just making life easier for Campbell, I guess so. Too much money on the Lions, maybe. Yeah, no, there's always that. You're going to start drinking. All right, well, be careful. Be careful. Drink responsibly. Again, thank you for tuning in, Vince. Yeah, that is a wild turn of events. Just oh my gosh. Throw the whole Lions away. Jeez. Oh, wow. I don't know. That is shocking. Goff, 10 for 16, 113 and a touchdown and 2 picks. Gibbs, the leading running back, with 11 carries, 29 yards. St. Brown, the leading receiver, 56 yards and 6 catches. Just not what you'd expect from the Lions. Vikings, by the way, Brosmer, 8 for 13, 41 yards. Aaron Jones, 38 yards on 11 carries and a touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 3 catches, 20 yards. Total yards for each team, the Lions at 130. I mean, that is just wow. And the Vikings at 70. They haven't even cracked 100 yards yet. We're about to enter the fourth quarter. And that's who's winning the game. So there you go. Again, any given day. And I, of course, just want to take it back. Again, I kind of thought this as well, to be honest with you. But just a few hours ago, when we're kind of loading into the game, oh, the Lions going to blow out the Vikings. Lions, how much are they going to win by? Those were chats that were said here on this channel. That's why you play the game. Yeah, that's why you play the game. You play to win the game. So, any given day, it's usually any given Sunday. Obviously, we're not on Sunday, but I'm just saying, you never know what could happen. We started the poll? No, because Williams would win the poll for sure, especially with how he's playing now. Do a great job. Thank you, Davey. Appreciate it, man. What it is. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what Goff has, but he has it today. Yep. One-handed Baron. Great job calling this game. I'm hoping Gibbs can give me 20 points fantasy. Oh, man, yeah, it's looking rough. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Baron. As Nicholas saying, toothbrush. I don't know. I have no idea. Vikings defense isn't that bad. No, they're playing great today. They're playing a fantastic You think this was a 2 Hall of Fame defense? Yeah, you would think it's the 85 Bears and the Steel Curtain going at it. Field at the 10, is at the 20, 25, 30, and brought down at the 34-yard line. So the Lions will have to reset once again as they take over. Again, fumbles and fumbles, interceptions. The Lions have turned it over 4 times. And again, obviously, it looks pretty bad for the Lions, but that's the thing. They've turned it over 4 times. They're only down by 1 score. So as much as we're kind of like, oh, wow, the Lions are really struggling today, it's still very much possible that they win this game. 1st and 10, Goff is under center at the 34. Goff takes the snap, hands it off. This is Gibbs. Gibbs cutting inside, crossing the 35, brought down at the 38-yard line for a gain of 4. Think you're wearing this hat wrong. Yeah, you got to get your rally hat. You play to win the game. Apparently not. No, apparently not. No, neither offense is playing like they want to win this game. Yep. Brosmer 8 for 13, 41 yards. Not good. Not ideal. 2nd and 6, as Lions fans look really concerned in the stands and the chat. As Goff going to hand it off up the middle. This is Gibbs. Gibbs going to be brought down. Whistle dead, to be honest with you, at the 40-yard line for a gain of 2, bringing up a 3rd and 4. Gibbs, again, not even averaging 3 yards a carry. It has just been a rough day for the Lions. But again, they're only down a score. Purple Eaters versus the Fearsome Foursome. There you go. 3rd and 4, they need to get to the 44 for a brand new set of downs. Goff in the gun. Sends St. Brown in motion. Goff, silent count in effect. Takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left, pump fakes, throws. It is caught and pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That is St. Brown with the catch. And that is a Detroit Lions first down, pushing him out at the 47. Big play there on the out route. Murphy in on the coverage and the tackle. And the Lions look like they're going to let this go to the end of the 3rd quarter. And they will. Vikings 13, Lions 7. 1 more quarter to go. Lions playing for their season. NFL rigged. Again, I won't dispute that, but, you know, it is what it is. It's entertainment. At the end of the day, it's entertainment. You legalize sports gambling. I don't know what you expect to happen. Need some St. Brown stats. Well, you know, if you have a PPR league, it's at 13 points. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. They really eat people. They did not. They did not. But, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many people as I can. The chat, of course, is a big part of the channel. And, again, if you do like what you're listening to, which is more of that traditional radio style broadcast, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. And again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 4,000 subscribers on the channel. Just saying, it would be pretty cool. I know we're ways away from that, but would be pretty neat. So thank you again for tuning in, letting the small channel call the games for you today. Foursome was on the Rams. To be honest, I did not know. So thank you, Davey. I knew the purple people leaders, of course, on the Vikings. I did not know the fearsome foursome. If I did, I forgot it. Your finals, Gibbs needs to go off. Yeah, I have Jameson Williams in as a flex, I know, in one of my leagues. So it's a 12-team league, by the way. So if you're wondering why are you starting that guy, it's a 12-team league. Flores for head coach. It wouldn't be a bad choice. You know, he just might hate on your quarterback, and your quarterback and him might not get along. But yeah. That's right, this guy. Gobbler guy. Yeah, no, the touchdown turkey. Again, he goes crazy for touchdowns. It's been a while. You're the Kevin Harlan of YouTube. Hope your channel blows up. Me too, Jojo. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I really do. That's awesome. Kevin Harlan, definitely one of the greats in just all time, really. Again, I prefer Ian Eagle. He's my ideal announcer. But yeah, Kevin Harlan right there. Alex Karras, Roger Brown, Dennis McCord, Samuel Williams were the fearsome force. Okay, gotcha. You missed Montgomery as the starter. I bet. You subscribed today. Thank you, Lonnie. Appreciate it. None of our quarterbacks are named. I guess what happened there? Oh, yeah. Well, like Tua. Him and Tua were definitely getting into it. What happened to Derek Carr? He just retired, right? 2 years ago or a year ago? Anywho, let's go. All right, 1st and 10 here. The Lions have it at their own 47. This is the final quarter. They need to get it together. Goff drops back. Play action. Heavy pressure. Goff fumbles the ball. He fumbled the ball. It's recovered by Minnesota. Oh, my goodness. The Lions can't keep... They can't stop coughing up the ball. Oh, my goodness. And the Vikings take over again in Detroit territory. Jeez. I mean, Van Ginkel and the other rusher couldn't tell you who that was. Who was it? By Turner. Turner and Van Ginkel. Unbelievable. And the Vikings will take over yet again as Campbell takes off his glasses in disgust. If the Vikings win, take the Chiefs money line. Oh yeah, you do what you want. Oh my goodness. Brosmer drops back. He's looking. Heavy pressure throws. It's caught. This is Jones at the 35. Brought down at the 34-yard line for a gain of 6. Aaron Jones. That's his first appearance in a while there. There's a flag. And there is a flag, I guess, on Minnesota holding call. Going to back him up 10. Kyle Allen is warming up. Jeez. Unbelievable. It is crazy indeed. Jim Marshall that ran the wrong... Yes, he ran the wrong way. Yep. Part of the script. I don't know. Where's Donald? He's with the... Yep, Seattle. Yep. It is crazy. Who fumbled? That was Goff. Goff got a strip sacked. 1st and 20 at the 50. Brosmer in the gun. As he takes that swings. No, he just flat out dropped the ball. He recovers it at the 46. Brosmer was going to swing it out to the flat, but the ball decided to stay right there in midair. That is not ideal. Brosmer, though, luckily for him, able to recover the loose ball, as that's only a loss of 4. That is the 5th turnover. You need 55 yards. I don't know if he gets it at this point. Detroit Lions defense needs some interceptor. They do need something. They've done a great job, but yeah, there's no turnovers. 2nd and 24. Brosmer in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right as Brosmer drops back looking over the middle. He steps up, fires. It is tipped in the air, and it's incomplete. Pass off the hands of Jones as the Vikings facing a 3rd and 24. Again, with all these turnovers, the Vikings just can't seem to take advantage. Chandler passing game. Oh, well, Jones was in there. Caleb's better this guy. Bring in Hendon Hooker. I guess so. Do we have more sacks and fumbles than points in this game? No, but hey, I mean, it's a lot closer than you'd think. As it's 3rd and 24. They're just moving backwards. Brosmer in the gun is going to hand it off. This is Jones up the guts, and he is crunched at the 50-yard line for a gain of 4. And the Vikings will once again have to punt. As the Vikings fans going to boo, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Again, only 70 yards of offense. They've actually lost yards since we last checked. 3rd and 24, no flag there. This is the worst game. It's not a bad game. I don't know. I think a bad game would be 7-13, no turnovers, just a bunch of punts. But no, we've had some sacks. We've had some good stuff here. As there is the punt. And that is going to be fielded at the 9. Cuts outside at the 15, pushed out at the 16. That is Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond as pushed down actually at the 18 for a return of 9 yards, and Detroit will once again take over. As they're going to be at their own 18. Can they get it going this time? One team can't hold it, the other can't let it go. Yep, that's exactly it, Jack. Who ran the wrong way? That was Jim Marshall many, many moons ago. Back before my time. Going to do great on WWF matches. Appreciate it. I don't think I would call any WWE stuff here. Cutting football off. I don't blame you. 55 yards. We'll see. Let's be honest, it's not got to be. This game is pitiful, but I don't know. I don't think it's bad. It's not a good game. I don't think it's a bad game. I can't say. I think it's okay. Goff going to fumble. He might do it again. Does he got another one in him? 5 turnovers. That is just amazing. WWF, yeah. Yep. So there you go. Again, they're the stats after 3 quarters. And again, we're in the 4th technically. 2 minutes have passed. 136 for the Lions, 70 for the Vikings. Maybe it's not a good game. I don't know. With all the stuff happening, with all the stuff at stake, I think maybe that elevates it in my head, But yeah, 5 turnovers for the Lions, none for the Vikings. 10 first downs for the Lions, 9 for the Vikings. 5 penalties for the Lions, 3 for the Vikings. 4 for 10 on 3rd down for the Lions, 2 for 10 for the Vikings. 2 for 2 on 4th down for the Lions. Nothing or no attempts there for the Vikings. Both teams 1 for 1 in the red zone, and time possession pretty much the same. Jeez. I think it's a great game, and I love defenses. Yeah, no, I don't know if it's a great game. I think it's not a bad game. I don't think it's a bad game. Yeah, horrid game. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's a bad game. It's all right when their team is losing. Well, that's just, again, I'm seeing a lot. Again, I do think there's a lot of shady stuff when it comes to all that stuff with rigging and that. But yeah, I don't think it's because my favorite team lost. The Steelers, obviously, or I don't sports bet, so there's a lot of that too. You hear a lot of rigging whenever it's sports betting or it's your own team. I never claim rigging unless it was Steelers Patriots. Oh, then yeah, gladly back in the day for sure. Thank you. Yeah, Boise State Washington. That's a terrible game. It's Goff is going to toss it to Gibbs down the right side, still moving his legs, brought down at the 20. So doing a good job of showing some effort there is Gibbs for a gain of 4. Guess they moved it back to the 16. What do you think of these Netflix games? I think they should be on local television. That's what I think. I think they really messed over the average Joe. I really think so. I only have this because I'm a T-Mobile member. 2nd and 6 at the 20. Goff under center, and he hands it off. This is Gibbs dancing, plowing forward, and brought down at the 25. Nice run there for 5. Makes it 3rd and 1. The Lions keep it on the ground, and it is working for the moment. For this pivotal 3rd and 1 coming up. So the Gibbs today, run defense been pretty good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. I got you. Vikings have more yardage and field position off turnovers than they do actual offense. That's a crazy stat. That's a crazy stat. The quarterback sneak, and he's got it. He's got a couple. So Goff not fumbling this time, getting 2, brought down at the 27. And that is a Detroit Lions first down. They move pretty fast there, so my bad. Didn't get to describe it there. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. As again, I guess we'll just have to disagree. I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's a good game. It's definitely had its moments. A bad game would have nothing. Like nothing exciting happening. No fumbles, no sacks. It would be a blowout. Goff, tunnel sweep here to Gibbs. Gibbs is dropped at the line of scrimmage. They're going to whistle him dead. Nothing doing there again. It's been a rough showing for this Lions offensive line. Really, the last few weeks, again, they couldn't do anything against the Steelers, which is shocking. That Steelers defense has looked pretty bad this year. They've looked okay as of late. But they're making, again, the Vikings defensive line look really good. Maybe they are good. I'm not too sure. But the Lions have really struggled. I covered 3 Vikings games earlier this year. It's been a while. Yeah, like I said, earlier this year. 2nd and 10. Goff in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Goff pointing at the tight end. Silent count in effect. He takes a snap and hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is dropped to the backfield. What a play by Turner. Loss of 3, and it's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Lions. Oh, my goodness. Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady could have had a career. I guess I missed the first comment there. Detroit's not playing like a playoff. Yep. Yeah, they are not. 300 likes. Thank you, guys. That is awesome. That was ugly. It was 3rd and 13. They need to get to the 37 for a brand new set of downs. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Goff takes the snap, drops back, throws. It's caught at the 29, and St. Brown thrown out of bounds, and he's not going to get much. Again, only a gain of 5. St. Brown throwing the ball in disgust at the end of that one, and the Lions will have to punt. And luckily, I mean, honestly, this might be the best thing for him because the Vikings offense hasn't moved like at all. So this will be like the worst field position the Vikings have had in a good bit. As Fox is ready to punt it away, there's the snap, and here is the punt. It's booted, and that's going to be bouncing at the 5 and rolls out of bounds at the 1. What a punt by Jake Fox, a 70-yard punt. And that could be what gets the Lions back in. And again, the Vikings offense, terrible today. You think the Lions are bad? Well, they've at least moved the ball somewhat. The Vikings only have 70 total yards, and we're in the 4th quarter. 8:53 left to go in this one, and man, this is, but that was a great punt. Oh my gosh! Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in, and again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. As if everyone were to subscribe right now, I would hit 4,000 subscribers. Not saying it's going to happen, but it'd be pretty cool. So thank you again. It is free. It is completely free. So yeah, if you do enjoy this old, not the old, but just like the more traditional radio style broadcast, that's what I try to do. Of course, as long as with interacting with the chat. And of course, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Hopefully you had a great day. And again, I'll be covering the Broncos and Chiefs game right after this. Hopefully I get a little bit of a break. That's supposed to start in about an hour. We'll see how this game concludes. But yeah, thank you again for letting the small channel cover the game. It really is awesome. This game is on Netflix, so not a lot of people. Yeah, for sure, not a lot of people are watching. Gotta get a stop. The Lions do. Like it, love it. Appreciate it, man. Fox hit that corner like the cheerleaders were there. There we go. 37-50. Yeah, I have no idea where we're at, to be honest with you. Oh, wow, pretty good. 36-84. Again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. And, of course, again, feel free to vote down below. Or, no, well, yeah, there is a poll. Let me actually end the poll here. So, earlier, we had that. Let me go ahead and start a new poll because it's very interesting. Who wins? Okay, well, that's not, you don't know how to spell doctor. Let's see here. All right, got a new poll. Who wins? Lions, Vikings. Doesn't have all the records and all that, but it's just, it's a poll. Want to know what you're thinking. Who do you actually have winning this one? The Lions or the Vikings? I mean, this is crazy. This is pretty crazy. You're flabbergasted? Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, this is actually insane. Again, the Lions, I'm sure most of you know, but I'll go ahead and just show it again. This is on the line for them. The playoffs. The playoffs. Are you kidding me? Don't talk about the playoffs. But yeah, no, seriously, the Lions, again, they lose, they're done. I'm sure you know that. Or, of course, again, the Packers win, but you figure they're going to win today, right? Unbelievable. First and 10 from their own one. Hands it off up the middle, and he's going to be brought down around the 4-yard line for a gain of 3. That was Chandler on the carry. Nice gain there out of the gate. Lions have to execute. Yep. Got Netflix today. We'll be canceling after the game. Yep, exactly. It's pretty lame. Which team you voting? I'm not voting. It's all for you guys. Lions right now with 55% of the vote. So a lot of people still think the Lions will pull it out. And again, still plenty of time left as it's 2nd and 7 at their own 4. Brosmer is going to hand it off up the middle. This is Chandler crossing the 5 and brought down at the 6 for a gain of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up for the Vikings. Playoffs. Let's go Lions. Did one of your comments get deleted? I don't know. Which comment was it? So how bad the Lions have been. Yep. Also, we've barely turned over anyone. This year. Always go opposite of what the public money. Yep, for sure. As it's 3rd and 5. Brosmer going to be under center again. They need to get to the 11 for a brand new set of downs. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As Brosmer, play action, looking over the middle. Heavy pressure. He throws incomplete. Lions going to pick it up and go into the end zone. Are they going to say it's a touchdown? Okay, I was about to say the ref was playing like it was a touchdown. I'm like, it's definitely a throw. Oh, man, that would have been huge. But the Vikings escape the would-be sack fumble as it's just an incomplete pass. Let's see if that's a throw. Yeah. Ooh. That's a throw. Yeah, it's a throw. Vikings will punt, and again, the Lions going to win on a 50-yard run. Ooh, it'd be interesting. If the Lions lose, the Vikings pass them in standings. Oh, really? Oh, wow, I didn't know that. All right, there is the punt. Yeah, that's a good punt. Fielded at the 33. He's at the 30. 35, 40, 45 is where he's dropped. So not bad field. Again, that's pretty good field position. Maybe the Lions get something going here. As I guess they're setting up that 50-yard run that John's talking about. So, man, again, the current playoff picture, Lions, of course, in the hunt. The Buccaneers can only reach because, the NFC South. But, again, if you're a Lions fan, you got to feel very disappointed in your team for sure. And you just got to wonder, what's the point at this point? Well, I guess my retort to that would be, hey, the NFL, again, there's no great team this year. So if you get in, you have a chance. 1st and 10 for Detroit. They're at their own 45. 2 receivers left, tight ends in tight, sending a man in motion as Goff play action, drops back, swings it out. It's caught by Montgomery. It's on a screen. He's at the 50, the 45, and brought down at the 42-yard line. Nice run of 13 yards for, again, a little screen there to David Montgomery, and that is a Detroit Lions first down. And I appreciate that, Jenna. I appreciate it. This is Detroit's season. It's closing in on it. You just took Gibbs as your first-round pick. Man. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here for the Lions. They're at the 42. Goff drops back. He's going to swing it out to Montgomery in the flat at the 45 and brought down at the 40 for a gain of 2, bringing up 2nd and 8. 6, 20, and counting, by the way, if you're wondering how much is left in this one. The Lions kind of running out of time. They need a score. A field goal, again, with how the Vikings look on offense, you'll get the ball back, most likely. But, yeah, it is running out of time. Playoffs, yep. That's a classic. 2nd and 8 at the 40. Receivers to each side. Goff going to hand it off to Montgomery up the middle. Plowing forward. Oh, they're just pushing him forward. He's got the first down. Brought down at the 31-yard line. That is a brand new set of downs for the Lions. With 5:40 and counting. The commies, this guy, yes. No, they did not win. Snarf, good to have you back, by the way. Not a fan. I need him to do something. Yep. They do. Looks like we do have an injured Viking down. They're going to mark him down at the 32, by the way, so not a great spot, but it is what it is. as, yeah, there's an injured Viking with 5:38 left to go. Again, it's going to be first down for the Lions at the 32. They may step away for commercial break. Let's see here what happens. Yeah, I have no idea. No, a lot of players in on the pile there. Ooh! Oh, yeah, landing at the end. Oh, there it is. Oh, that is not ideal. Hopefully his leg will be okay. This is the drive that puts the Lions ahead. We'll see, Uncle Bob. We'll see. Let's see here. 35 yards, Goff, and a touchdown. One way, man. It's coming. It's close. It is close, man. Remember 4 Super Bowl losses back in the day with Fran Tarkenton. Oh, geez. Yeah, that is definitely back in the day. But yeah. Matt Steve, good to have you back. Pulling for the Lions here. Take a shot down the field. Well, I mean, they're moving now. They're moving now, Joey. 2 yards in a cloud of this guy. Yeah, cloud of chips. All right, 1st and 10. They're at the 32. Goff is going to hand it off to Montgomery. Montgomery squeezing forward and is brought down at the 31-yard line for a gain of a yard. And again, we're closing in on 5 minutes. Tonight, of course, again, I'll be covering Broncos Chiefs, so if you're wondering, there you go. There's your answer. So feel free to join me for that one. Of course, maybe this game ends and I have a decent amount of time to get something to eat. Would be pretty cool. If not, well, then I'll be back anyway, because the grind never stops. Second and 8, I guess. They marked him down at the 30. Goff in the shotgun. He drops back, throws, bat at the line, incomplete. Nothing doing there, looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it'll be 3rd and 8. During the Chiefs game, yes. Injured Viking, hope it's not. Yeah, I didn't see who it was. Had Christmas dinner. There we go. There we go. So 3rd and 8. They need to get to the 22. Goff drops back. He's looking. He throws. It's batted at the line. Incomplete. Once again, can't get it out into space as it's batted at the line. 4th and 8 coming up. We've got a Lions fan that's dancing. You know, her husband, definitely not a fan. Lions fan, she was dancing, and the husband is just looking like depressed. And then he kind of did the fake smile when she was dancing. Probably not having a good time. So it looks like the Lions will kick the field goal again, because the Vikings have really struggled on offense. You just, you feel like you're going to get the ball back. 48-yard attempt from the right hash. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is right down the middle. It is good. 13-10 is your score, as the Vikings have their lead cut to 3 with 4:39 left to go in this one. Lions have just collapsed out of time. They have. Football Nation taking a break. Yes, he is. And I will gladly take over. Grab a burrito. This guy don't have any burritos here. But again, appreciate it. And again, watch Todd. Todd, watch the don't spoil if you can. Come on, eyes. Yep. Yeah, watch the spoilers there. I mean, again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys chatting down below. Helps out the channel a lot. But yeah, try to keep the spoilers to a minimum, and actually none. 0 would be good, because I assure you, I will be calling the game. I assure you, I will let you know. I got you covered. It's kind of why you're here to begin with. This is unreal. It is, Baron. It is. It is. Again, 4:39 left to go in this one. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. It is free to do so. And again, this is a channel that is, of course, going to be very successful in the future. This is just year one, as it takes time to, of course, accumulate subscribers and all that stuff. So thank you again for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And again, I'll be back tonight for the final game on Christmas. And hopefully, again, you had a very Merry Christmas. Fielded in the end zone is going to take a knee, and the Vikings will have it at their own 35-yard line. Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah. She drank the whole box of wine. She was definitely dancing. They just haven't looked the same since they lost Laporta. That's a good point. Laporta, a good weapon. He's out. He's been out for a while now. Field goal. Yeah, no, he did the right thing. He should have kicked the field goal there. So 1st and 10 here for Minnesota. They'll be at the 35. Brosmer going to be under center. Fullback in the backfield. 2 tight ends in tight. As Brosmer is going to hand it off. This is Jones. Jones fighting forward, but not going to get anything. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. As it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, Brosmer only 57 total yards, 41 passing. So not ideal. If you started him in fantasy, that is rough. That was just a rough day. Dr. Lay live bet Mavs money line. I did not do anything, but if you did, that's great. Good luck. 35 yards, Goff. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on where they get the ball here and how much time. As Brosmer sends a man in motion, just spamming that. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout. Yeah, he was trying to get him to go in motion. Jefferson just wouldn't go. So timeout Minnesota with 3:52 left to go in this one. Maybe we go to overtime. Personally, I hope that doesn't happen. It is what it is, though. Aiden, good to see you. How's it going? Appreciate you for tuning in. All right, let's see what this poll has. 53% of you guys with the Lions winning. 47% with the Vikings. So, yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Just saying hi. Okay. All right, Aiden, thank you. What the heck? All right, we got 2nd and 10. Ball at the 35. As he sends a man in motion. He hands it off to Addison down the right side of the end around at the 40. Oh, 50, 40, 30, 25, 10. Pushed out of bounds. Did he extend? What are they saying? He's either at the 1 or he's in. I don't know. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. The touchdown turkey sees the end zone. Jordan Addison on the end around. Unbelievable. And the Vikings have went up by 2 scores. They're going to review this. Did he get the ball over the pylon? Oh, man, if only there was a pylon cam. There is. Oh, man, I think that's it. I think that's a touchdown. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Vikings. The extra point is up. It is good. 20-10. No way. The Vikings have... Oh, my goodness. They're up 20-10. They may knock the Lions out of the playoffs. What in the world? Curtains on the Lions season. Skull indeed. Gobble, gobble. Where will Joe Burrow end up, and how many games will he play before going on IR? I don't know. I think he'll stay for another year. We'll see. But, yeah, that is crazy. The Lions are facing elimination. The Lions are about to get beat. Yeah, that's good. Oh, my goodness. Again, there's still time. But unbelievable. This is unbelievable. It's crazy. Turkey touchdown. Yep. There's a lot of see you next year's. Favorite football team. I can't really think of a single team that comes to mind when you think of Dr. Lane, what you're looking at. Maybe. Could be one of those teams back there. In fact, there's only one team. I'm a Steelers fan, Aiden. Wow. So, yeah, that just happened. A 65-yard scamper by Jordan Addison on the end around. The jet sweep, really. That's what it really was. 65 yards. And Dan Campbell looking at his play calling sheet, wondering a lot of things right now. There is the kickoff. And that is going to be fielded in the end zone. It's going to take a knee. So that's not ideal. You probably want to kick that in play for the Vikings, but it is what it is. Lions will take over at the 35. Players make plays. Yep. Campbell starting 2026 on the hot seat. I would agree, and that's kind of what I was implying there, thinking about a lot of things. I would agree with that. I'm sure JG9 would agree with that later for sure. That's the Applebee's menu. There we go. Campbell is actually looking at takeout later. 1st and 10 at the 35. Goff in the shotgun. Receiver to left, 2 receivers to the right. Sending a man in motion. That is St. Brown as the Lions play for their season. It's on the line. Goff takes a snap, drops back, looking to his right. Heavy pressure, steps up, throws, caught. This is Williams spinning around at the 45 and going to get whistled dead at the 43, gain of 22 yards. And that is the Lions' first down. Clock continuing to run, 3:25 and counting as Goff in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Goff takes the snap, drops back, looking, throws. It is incomplete. I don't know if there was a hand that batted it yet again, but it was well short of the tight end, Ferkser. It'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, Jonathan, it was tough. They had no way of making the playoffs. No, they did have a way. It was just really, it was tough. It was going to be tough. A waiter at Applebee's might have better play calling. Yeah, I mean, jeez. This is interesting. 2nd and 10 at the 43. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers left. 2 receivers to the right. As Goff drops back. Heavy pressure. Throws on the middle. It is incomplete. Off the hands of St. Brown. Throw was probably a little bit too out in front of him. But did get a fingertip again. The Vikings brought the blitz. They sent 7. Oh, man. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Lions. As crazy as it sounds, a field goal is not the worst thing in the world. Crazy as it sounds. Lions fan, I know they are definitely chewing those fingernails now. 3rd and 10, they need to get to the 33 for a brand new set of downs. Goff. Oh, he fumbles the snap, and Goff is tackled in the backfield. The Vikings have the ball, but I think he was down. Oh, my goodness. Campbell just looking down again at the menu of Applebee's. We'll see what he orders later because, oh, wait. Are they going to say the Vikings have the ball? Hold on. Recovered by Minnesota. No way. It's a fumble. Recovered by Van Ginkel, and this game is over. Again, the center just snapping it to Narnia. Goff had it for a second, then was just ripped away by Van Ginkel. As Van Ginkel rips away the playoff hopes of the Lions. This one may be over. Oh my goodness. Hold on. They just confirmed it. Yep, they just confirmed it. They reviewed it, and it's confirmed. It is a fumble recovered by Minnesota. And the Lions are just under 3 minutes ago, or 3 minutes away from being eliminated. Wow. Just wow. 5th fumble. I think it might be the 6th. Yeah, 5th fumble by Goff. I don't know, 6 turnovers. He's thrown 2 picks, but he did recover 1. So, yeah, it might be the 5th fumble. It's unbelievable. All right, 1st and 10. Brosmer's under center at the Detroit 45. Hands it off to Jones. Jones up the gut, and he's brought down at the 42-yard line for a gain of 3 as the Lions will take their first timeout with 3:01 left to go. Fumble multiple snaps. He did. Yeah, there's been him and the center have not been on the same page. That snap to me looked wide right. I don't know. I mean, again, it's manageable, but that was definitely not ideal. 5th or 6th fumble, 2 picks. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. They have 3 timeouts. Now they have 2. But yeah, this game is not over yet. But again, a few first downs here by the Vikings, which that is a pretty tough accomplishment, to be honest with you. Vikings, again, haven't exactly moved the ball down the field with ease. Only 143 yards, and, of course, 65 of that coming on one play. So 2nd and 7. Brosmer is going to hand it off. This is Jones dancing around, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line for a gain of 2. And, of course, the Lions will take their 2nd timeout. This game of the Lions has been unreal. Yep, 6 turnovers, 1 win. It'll never win a game. It'll never win a game. Made 6 or 7 plays reviewed for him. Commercials, yep. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, if you did like what you've been listening to, again, more of that traditional radio-style broadcast, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. It really does. Again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 4,000 subscribers. So, again, thank you for tuning in. And, of course, again, hopefully you've been having a very Merry Christmas. And, again, I'll be covering the final game today, Broncos and the Chiefs. And that one, of course, could be very interesting. Of course, the Broncos favored by 13.5, but you never know what happened here. Lions favored by 7.5, Vikings up by 10 with just under 3 to go. As Brosmer is under center, and he, play action, drops back. Brosmer steps up, throws. It is caught by Jefferson at the 30, tackled immediately. That will be a first down for the Vikings. Jefferson with a big catch there, just his 4th of the day. But that is a first down for the Vikings as the Lions, again, just have 1 timeout, unsure if they'll call it. Lamar Jackson doubtful. Wow. Well, it doesn't really matter now for the Packers. It may matter for the Ravens, though. Coaches keep changing teams, players jump. Yep, for me, it's the Steelers. Steelers have been consistently great. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 1st and 10 at the 30. As Brosmer going to hand it off to Jones. Jones is bottled up at the 29-yard line. As Campbell looks on. Hands on knees. That is the 2-minute warning. Vikings 20, Lions 10. Unbelievable. Packers make the playoffs. Congratulations, Magic Man. Very likely that happens. 99.7% chance the Vikings win this game. Lions again with just 1 timeout. They may get the ball back. I'm going to tune in and listen for Broncos Chiefs. Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate it. Definitely looking forward to that one. I know the spread is huge, but I think it could be a good game. I really do. Do you think the Lions didn't tank this to get a better schedule? I don't think so. I don't think there's no real... I don't know what the difference between 3rd and 4th would be. Go ahead and look. No, there's no way. The Lions going from 3rd to 4th. Yeah, I mean, the only difference would be the NFC West. And I don't know, you guys even might play the NFC West, but when you're looking at the teams, I mean, what's the difference between the Commies and the Giants? I mean, maybe the Commies a little bit better next year. Falcons, Saints. Saints might actually be better next year. Again, Tyler Shuck has won 3 in a row. So, I don't know. He might be the guy in New Orleans. Cardinals, yeah, again, they might be rough. I don't think they're as bad as 3-12, but I mean, I don't know. I think that'd be pretty foolish. If that's something that they were worried about, then that tells me that they're not really a good team to begin with, to be honest with you. If they're worried about a 4th and the 3rd place schedule, then they'll beat nobodies next year, get in the playoffs, and probably play somebody and lose. So if that was their strategy, then definitely lost a lot more respect to the Lions, to be honest with you. So your Packers. Yeah, Packers going to the postseason. Yep. Your play calling is great. I don't have Netflix. Got to go. It's over. Do you have Amazon Prime? So I'm going to watch the game there. Appreciate it, Jim. Hey, thank you again for tuning in. Hopefully, again, you guys able to like and subscribe before you go. Because, again, this is what I do. I call games. Bronco time. Yep. Again, that game starts in about 35 minutes. This game nearing its conclusion. So, again, after this game, I'll have a redirect. I'll send you guys over there. It'll take me about a few minutes to get that set up. I'll, of course, have a timer as I go eat some food and relax for a little bit and then come back and call the final game of the night. And, again, thank you guys for tuning in as always. Again, hopefully, you've had a very Merry Christmas. Cardinals need a new quarterback. They do. What time will your stream start for the next game? Probably as soon as I can. Again, I won't be here at the beginning. I'll just have the timer go down. I'll have music in the background. But yeah, pretty much give me like 2 or 3 minutes after this game, after the stream ends, it'll go up for you as Brosmer is going to hand it off down the right side. This is Jones. He cuts inside. It's brought down after a yard as the Lions will take their final timeout. So timeout Detroit with 1:55 left to go. As Lions fans made the trip up there expecting to keep themselves in it. But the Vikings had other plans. Glad you didn't buy Netflix. So yeah, no, for sure. No, it's bad. At least my 13 yards. yeah, he blew the game. Yeah, that is tough. What do you think about the Steelers, man? I hope we do something. I do. We're looking much better down the stretch. But, you know, it's all for nothing if we don't win a playoff game. Again, no playoff wins in 8 years. That's terrible. That is terrible. 3rd and 8. He hands it off to Jones up the middle, and he keeps moving the legs, still fighting forward, and brought down at the 24-yard line for a gain of 4. Actually going to say 5. So, yeah, going to be 4th and 4 for Minnesota. I imagine they would go for it here. There's no way they wouldn't. You know, Bears came back last week. They did. Again, onside kicks are rare. I just don't see that happening every game. Just don't see that happening every game. Go Chiefs. I don't like the Chiefs. I just want... Oh, well, that's fair. Finally caught one of your streams. Appreciate it, Rob. Thank you again. Hey, all I need is a chance. That's all I ask for. All I ask for is a chance. You know, maybe that's good enough to win you guys over, to press that subscribe button. As there is a timeout, Minnesota. Again, I don't know if they kicked the field goal here. I would go for it. You get 4 yards, the game is over, essentially. And that would be the season over for the Lions. Playoff teams, AFC. Again, I just pretty much the way the field is now, I don't see that changing. Thank you, Doc. This has been fun. Appreciate it, Rick. Thank you again for tuning in. Ramen noodles? No, sir. No, sir. I think we might air fry some popcorn chicken. Just some popcorn chicken. Something quick. I hope I'll have enough time. You want to say kick rules? Yeah, they are terrible. Looks like the Vikings going to be kicking it. I think that's kind of lame. I think you got to go for it. Go for the kill. Yeah, I think this is unnecessary by the Vikings. 42-yard attempt from the right hash. Part of me wants them to miss it now, to be honest with you. There's the snap to hold the kick. It is up. It is good. 23-10 is your score with 1:04 left to go in this one. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks. Yeah, no, Merry Christmas again. Fruitcake? I hate fruitcake. I can't stand fruitcake. I love cake. I don't like fruitcake. So give me the fudge. The fudge by default. I mean, fudge is all right. Fudge is pretty good. Certain fudges. Yeah. So, again, 23-10. We're just waiting for this conclusion at this point. Again, the Lions, yeah, they score, get onside kick. Yeah, a lot has to happen. A lot has to happen. Again, the onside kick, I mean, it's really fluky, really, when it happens. Reichert is money. Well, yeah, that was pretty good. But again, you get the first down. It shows confidence in your team, and, you know, you win the game. You know, they're already taking a knee if they get. If they don't, then the Lions are already starting their drive. And again, you just kind of speed up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking as a guy that wants to go eat. Probably. It's probably what it is. Probably what it is. Is Reichert almost falling down whenever he attempt a kick there, or attempt a practice kick. Sweep. Did the Vikings win game 1? Really? Interesting. Huh. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Pretty neat. As there is the kickoff, and that is going to be booted out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions, again, 1:04 left to go. And, yeah, this is their season. I mean, you could say their season's over. Yeah, I guess they have a chance, but, you know, it's very unlikely. All-time points leader in NCAA. Oh, that's pretty cool. 1-on-1 on the spread, yep. Hungry and well hungry, yep. So 1st and 10 there for the Lions. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. As Goff takes the snap, drops back, looking to his right. He throws over the middle. It's caught at the 40. This is Tesla at the 45 and brought down across the 50-yard line. And that is the first half of the Lions. They're going to hustle to the line here. Again, that was a gain of 17. Goff in the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. As Goff takes snap, looking to his left, throws. It is knocked and incomplete. Pass intended for St. Brown. St. Brown kind of landing awkwardly, and he's a little shaken up there. And he's going to stay down, actually. Hopefully he's okay. He's a lumberjack. Yep, I'm a lumberjack today. May the Broncos put the backups. No, they're not doing that. They definitely don't need to do that. They need to win because, again, they could fall out of the AFC West title race. Well, not really, but, again, they would, give up their game advantage if they were to lose and the Chargers win. Thank you, Dr. Life, for having this game. I enjoyed your channel. You got a new fan. Appreciate it, Tammy. Thank you again. That is awesome. That is awesome. Division rivalry games can go either way, for sure. For sure, Richard. Taking Kansas City and the over, man. Talk to the man that's 4-0. I guess so. Not happy with NFL Netflix. Yep. No, again, I completely agree. Again, this game should have been on either Fox or NBC or whatever. CBS. I mean, it's just ridiculous that what's happening. Again, they'll probably have a playoff game. I think they'll have a playoff game on Peacock exclusively, which is disgusting. It's stupid. But yeah, I guess that's the way it works. So thank you for another stream today. Appreciate it. Appreciate it again, Robert. Skull Paul was happy with the Vikings. As we're just, again, waiting for the conclusion here. Again, we did have an injury there. Just saying, the Vikings should have went for it there. Would have. The game would already be over by now. The game would already be over. Just saying. Vikings fan here from Albuquerque. First time listening. Well, appreciate you for tuning in, Ronald. Yeah, I'm sure you're pretty happy as you got to play spoiler for the Lions here, potentially, most likely, ending their season. So I got to switch some things out. St. Brown going to go to the locker room. So he exits as the Lions have it 2nd and 10. They're going to be, again, at the 48 of Minnesota. So, yeah, they're going to limp to the finish here. Goff in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Williams in motion. As Goff looks around. And silent count in effect. Takes the snap, drops back. Goff looking over the middle. Dumps it off. It's caught by Gibbs at the 45. Cuts inside the 40. And going to be pushed forward and whistled dead at the 35. That is a big play there of 13, and that is a first down for the Lions. What would be the final score? Less than 33 win? I mean, it's going to be 33. See you guys to the next ones. Chiefs are donezo. Well, yeah. The longest 38 seconds, yep. 1st and 10, Goff throws. It is caught there at the 30-yard line. I believe that is Raymond as the clock continues to run, and that's going to do it. The Vikings win 23-10. The Lions are eliminated. And the Packers have just clinched. Oh, man, that is crazy. Another new fan. Appreciate it, Jimmy. Thank you again. Yeah, it's such a good afternoon. Appreciate it, Kirk. Thank you again. That helps out a lot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. That is awesome. Again, if you did like what you've been listening to, make sure again to subscribe. This channel is growing and is going to be, again, a big channel in the future. You would just help speed that up as, if you subscribe right now. Again, it is free. But yeah, the Packers have just clinched the playoffs. The only undecided teams left are in the 4 seed, the Panthers and the Buccaneers. But yeah, I will be back. Give me about 20 minutes, and I will see you guys for the Chiefs and the Broncos. You guys all have a great rest of the day in case I don't see you again. Hopefully you had a Merry Christmas. And, yeah, thank you again for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe. Peace.